Welcome to the EST Hangout.
This is the EST Hangout, and today's guests are...
A very good Thursday morning to you. Welcome to the EST Hangout presented by Sentinel Storage, right here in your clear choice for Edmonton Sports, Edmonton Sports Talk. Thank you to everyone for listening live on EdmontonSportsTalk.com. Oh, you could close it, Emma. I thought you were going to ask me to close it.
Because it was hot there yesterday.
Well,
Is it going to get hot?
Leave it slightly. You don't have to close it all the way.
We've
Sorry for
talked
everyone.
about my
Eric was
sweating.
asking if we wanted to close the Hangout door. EdmontonSportsTalk.com, tune in, iHeartRadio, Apple Music. Thank you to those listening on that. Watching on YouTube or listening on podcast, wherever you get your podcast. Matt Iwanyk, Tom Gazzola, Benny the intern with you here. Also with us, we got Quinn Phillips and Paulina Denholm from the Bits podcast, as well as Quinn Kamish. Kamish is here. You clapping for Kamish?
Actual clap. 100%.
I thought you were mad at her.
I mean, he was mad at me, and he's on my watch list.
Yeah, he's on a watch.
So it's
thank you for
very
remembering. There's
fair.
some sort of list
Yeah.
or something you're on.
Yeah, I don't care about her list.
Okay.
I'll just do what I do and feel how I feel about her.
We're actually going to have to plan a
Guess what?
draft at some point.
I'm going to clap for her.
I like a bird draft.
Yeah, I've heard that one. Is that one really going to move the needle?
Why?
I asked, I was like, what's a bird draft? And Quinn's like, we draft birds.
I just don't understand
Yes,
what the
Paulina.
question is.
Why are you confused by that? And
Actually,
that
there's
sounds-
ways you could
We
go about
like
this.
birds. Okay?
Yeah, I get it.
Yeah.
I did 4 snaps.
Now
Yeah.
that I know, I understand.
Well, I
Why
guess-
wouldn't you draft birds?
Yeah, there's a certain number of birds you draft, and you could draft a certain number of sports teams with bird names in them.
Yeah.
I don't know if there'd be
Cartoon
enough
birds.
athletes. I don't know if there'd be enough athletes for.
Larry.
Yeah,
Oh,
he'd be the big one. I
that's
don't know
the
are there
one.
other birds.
Big.
Well,
Or is there a robin out there, and
there's lots of robins.
or do you just then draft the best Blue Jays just to keep it more Canadian?
Oh.
Actually, I could see where a bird draft could potentially
you know
go.
what?
Not gonna lie.
He's warming up to it.
There are different categories. Because I was just thinking, how are you going to connect this to sports even in a way? But I think there's
about
enough.
the number of birders that would tune in for the first time.
Oh, it'd be huge.
Did you
The
just
numbers,
say bird?
the numbers might go up by
Untapped
3.
community.
Is that what they're called? Birders?
Yeah, I think
Birdheads?
I'm pretty sure. Birders, yeah.
Okay.
Did not
Yeah.
know that.
Yeah, well, you're welcome, guys. Just dropping knowledge here.
So good to have you back.
The one I will say is I'm actually a fan of this draft of smells. Oh, I think no,
No.
there's a lot of great smells out there.
No.
Freshly cut grass, freshly cut wood.
Farts.
You would
the
only
rain
do
in the
positive
morning.
smells,
You
hockey
could-
equipment.
Well, you're trying to win
inevitably
this.
will bring in bad smells.
Yeah, and so you have to put that in
Yeah.
that gets its own category.
I don't-
a couple of bad smells, but I think for the most
Paulina's
part you're
right.
picking the
Yeah,
good
I don't like
smells.
that.
I have
you.
to ask
A Sharpie?
in your condition.
Yeah,
do
my
you
condition.
do you have enhanced smells right now? Because I know
Yes.
lots of women
I'm like
do when
a
they're pregnant. What does Tom smell like?
Tom smells like he had a good time last night.
We're just going there.
I did. Yeah, thanks, Paulina.
Edmonton Sports Talk
I'm
presented
just
by
kidding.
Play Alberta. Promo codes for this month, same as last month. YAG50, we deposit 5 more, get a $50 free sports bet. It's EST Sports, we deposit 20 or more. You'll get $50 put into your account. It's not a $50 you can just pull out. It's a rolling 50. You're going to have to go use it to try to get it. But it's not just a free 50. You could spread it out, if you will. But so EST Sports is the promo codes. Download the app or visit playalberta.ca. I know Dusty was on your guys' pod. How long ago was that now?
Ooh, like a
Was it about a year now?
year. Yeah.
To teach you guys.
Well, he taught us
It was kind
betting.
of like
you guys-
betting 101.
Have you guys gotten into betting a bit more?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You have.
We did.
He converted you to.
Yes.
Oh, like very quickly. We
Okay.
all started. We basically all started betting after that, and we would actually discuss betting and discuss
Yes.
making what bets we're gonna make and looking for parlays and. It took me a long time to understand what a parlay was. And then Dustin explained it perfectly. And I was like, oh.
It made,
I
it made
like
it
a
so
parlay.
easy. And I was like, oh, always parlays.
Yeah.
I always want to do a parlay.
Yeah. And then I remember actually shortly after that, her and I went to an Oilers game. And she put money on an EST parlay. And we have
it
never
hit?
had more fun. We were both sober
Yeah.
at the game, and we've never had more fun
yeah, I don't
because we were
believe you.
trying.
I don't
to,
think I was sober at the game.
Maybe-
This was
Oh.
before this happened.
Yeah, it was before this
so
happened.
I was not sober at the game.
But we were like jumping up and down and hugging because
You were
like the
laughing
parlay
so-
hit. So
yeah.
Yeah.
The way you laughed was amazing.
Just your comment there.
what was your comment, Tom? Sorry.
You were not sober.
Oh,
Yeah, I don't think either of us were, but we were having a great time.
I just think it
following
was
along
on
with the
it made it
antibiotics.
that much.
I was
more fun.
California sober.
Oh, yes, of
Yeah.
course.
What's California sober?
Yeah, please explain.
Only
You-
edibles.
yeah.
Oh.
Just not
Cannabis.
alcohol. Yeah,
Only
cannabis. Yeah.
That's a good way
Are
of doing
you
it.
dabbling?
Do I dabble?
Yeah.
I do more than dabble. Yeah.
Yeah.
Should
Yes.
we have a soiree?
Oh, yeah.
I would love that.
Okay. Do you want me to be your Sherpa here, or like you're looking at me like
No.
why a wise old woman who will take you?
No.
It's not ayahuasca.
You're like my
I think
older
you'll
sister.
be fine. Just
Yeah. Maddie was laughing. He actually burst laughing. That was good.
Oh,
Sorry, I'm texting with my ex-girlfriend right now.
Oh my god.
Would you like to explain what you guys are talking about?
we don't
No.
drop
See,
those
if you-
kinds of.
Well, you can't just drop that and then just leave it.
I'm on the air with. She's like, call me in 5. I'm like, I'm on the air. You know this.
Oh, big EST viewer.
Clearly.
Yeah,
She doesn't care.
yeah.
She does not care.
Sounds complicated.
No, it's
Do you want the advice of two women here?
Yeah,
Oh,
of
yeah.
course. Yes.
Yes.
Oh, okay.
And
Here we
then
go.
here's it. The
All right.
floor is yours.
Well, I'm not going to ask them anything because I know I'm going to get murdered.
Well, maybe
Maybe
it's
you
time
need
you
to
hear
get
the
murdered.
Maybe it's time you hear the truth.
Yeah. We're here for truth bombs, and then we'll discuss your driving abilities.
to me.
Well, you just brought you. Well, you're the
Dude,
guy that
you-
came up
Yeah,
and
I
said,
am.
"I'm texting with my ex-girlfriend."
Yeah.
Sorry, I'm
And
busy.
then there's two women here, and I figured, well, there's two people with some pretty good
Well-
expertise to help you with this, and you said sure. And
I'm
then,
not getting back with her. Like, that's not what's
Okay.
going to happen today.
We won't roast
Today.
you. We won't roast you. Maybe we'll help you out with your situation.
I said to her, like last night I was with great friends. We went to the baseball game. It was so good. My old boss, Steve Hogel, does a fantastic job. Donovan Workin and Graham Neal, amazing, by the way. I want to say that.
it's a great hangout we had with them last year.
Yeah. And then we went and had fun. And then it got weird. There's weird people that visit this city. That's all I'm going to say. And it made me think of my ex. And I text her, I'm like, I wish you were here with me right now. Don't give me that. Do not get you threw the head back. I text her, she would have been the best insulation for that. And I would have just given her to the
So in that situation,
Yeah.
you could have really used her by your side, you're saying.
That's right.
Yeah. Okay.
But you
Sounds
decided to tell her that.
Yeah.
that's pretty-
Okay. Did we preface it with anything?
No.
Were we forthcoming and honest with
No.
the conversation? So you just basically dropped a little gasoline and lit a match. Is that what we're getting at here?
I mean, it seems
Nope.
it seems like a genuine like, oh, who would have been really great in this situation?
Thank you, Paulina.
Yeah.
If an ex did that to you,
Yeah.
what would go through your head?
I'd probably be like, you're right. I probably would have been great in that
Thank you.
situation.
Thank you.
You wouldn't have come
I
up
would have
with.
been like, they miss me, obviously. So
Right.
that's probably what she's thinking.
Yeah,
Yeah.
well,
Yeah.
but like,
I mean, I don't think you would have texted her if there wasn't something else going on there.
Well,
don't give me that sass.
Big Uke goes with
you
Tommy
can't
just.
tell which side I'm on, and honestly, neither can I.
Big Uke, Tommy
me
just
right
dropping text hand grenades and running away.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. It just drops some gasoline.
I am that guy that like drops a text hand grenade and walks away giggling. Like,
Oh
stupid
yeah,
Oh,
you're like
great.
that meme of that little girl with the fire. Isn't that?
Yeah,
and there's a
everything
fire
is
behind her,
in
and she's like
flames behind
smiling.
her.
giggling. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's me.
I like the chat, the Nash chat. Cupid says, I've tried my best with Tommy.
Listen, I see Cupid. I have no idea what Cupid's deal with me is. Thank you. Yeah. Anyway, she's fine. We're good. We're good.
Okay, good.
She just wants to talk in 5 minutes.
I actually, no, she's not gonna talk to me. But
How long had it been since you had texted her?
Okay. Well, that's very complicated.
No, it's a straightforward question.
That's why you're the best journalist.
It's a
Like-
straightforward
Yeah, it's not.
question.
It's not. I don't think that is
When was the
complicated,
last
actually.
time you texted her before this?
Me, like, unsolicited to her?
Or yeah,
Just in general. Like
Since
when,
we were dating.
how long ago was that?
2 months.
oh, that's
But, she's texted me.
okay.
Yeah.
Have you responded in those texts?
Of course. Yeah. Of course.
Because I think that's where Quinn's like
I think
last
she's a
time you
fan.
guys have texted.
I'm enamored with her, but it didn't work out.
Oh, I see. Okay, I'm learning a lot more about this situation, actually.
Yeah, you
I've
are.
just known Tom for a very long time, so
Big Uke, that's not Dr. Phil. That's more Maury.
Anyway, whatever.
We ain't doing that. We ain't
I
doing
could
that.
have used Jada last night. I missed her, and I
She
had
would've
to
been a
just
good wing
say it,
woman.
and I'd be like,
Yeah.
you would have saved me from all kinds of weirdos.
Fair.
The baseball game was good.
Yeah, except they blew it in the end. It looked like
They got crushed. They got
well, but they were up big late, like in the 7th inning or something.
Yeah, and they give up like nine runs.
It started good.
Really?
Yeah,
Oh,
I mean,
Focus on
no.
the baseball game. Let's focus on the baseball game.
Yeah, let's talk about the baseball game. Yeah, good topic switch.
yeah.
I didn't switch anything.
This is the EST Hangout presented by Sentinel Storage. Canada Storage experts, more than 2 decades of helping Canadians through life transition. Canadian storage provider by Canadian. What deals do they have on right now? What do they have? I should have opened this up earlier. First 4 weeks free on all units. Check them out, sentinel.ca. Yeah, we could talk about the Riverhawks. I've only been to one game this year.
I haven't been to a
I've
game
got-
yet,
That was
which
my
is
first game
shameful.
so far,
yeah.
which is also shameful. It
Still
was
the
fun.
Oilers.
It was a nice time.
That's the thing. I found everything else fell off, and I spent a lot of money during the Oilers playoff run. Like, as a season ticket holder, I went to most games, and yes, I did make money back selling some of the seats, but it's an expensive summer. So at the beginning of the playoffs, they ask you if you want to pay for every game, and then whatever they don't play will just go onto an account credit. And this was upsetting because I have the cheapest seats in the building. And for the full playoffs, if they played every game, it was $6,200. And I was like, oh my God. Like, I probably spent close to that last year. Not quite, but like, oh Lord, it's a lot of money.
Yeah, when it's a deep run like that, it runs into
Yeah.
summer
And then
activities.
And
everything
back-to-back
else
years,
drops
too.
off.
yeah.
Like the amount of money spent the last 2 years just on the Oilers. It's a little harder to then for some people to be like, you want to know something? Let's go to the Stingers. Let's go. Even just mentally.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You just want to put your feet up.
But
yeah.
I think going to a Riverhawks game is very relaxing. Like, I find it after the intensity of the Oilers playoffs run, it's like going to a Riverhawks game, you're just chilling in the sun. It's a nice time.
is
It's a
very true.
social
It feels
event.
a little more low stakes.
Well, how upset were you when you walked away yesterday after the Riverhawks game?
I mean, it's disappointing when they lose, but it didn't, end my entire week.
It didn't eat your soul.
No, I didn't have to book my therapy appointment immediately after. Yeah.
Which is where I'll always actually go just to the Elks where they struggle in the market.
Right.
Is that you go to an Elks game and you walk away after a loss, you're angry. Like they have that with the communities, the results matter. Oilers results 100% matters. Stingers and Riverhawks, they're in that point where it's a fun atmosphere. It's a fun event. If they win, awesome. If they lose, that stinks. But oh well.
Yeah.
So, question: do you want your team then to get to the point where there is that love and like
Which
desire for
league are we talking about though? Because I don't think I ever want more from Riverhawks fans, if you will. Because it's the level of baseball and what it is. I think it's just go have a good time and enjoy a good time.
right?
The Elks
say
are a
that-
professional sports
Well,
team.
yeah,
that
of
one,
course.
it's always going to be about the results. Stingers.
Stingers were great.
Well, the
think it's a
Stingers
mix.
have been good though, at least,
Yeah,
right?
they've won 2 titles.
Yes, exactly. So it's not like you're going and it's just they're going to lose every game.
Yeah, I don't know. I think winning once in a while for the Stingers, going to try to win, get to championship weekend would be fun. But
But again, if they lose, it's not going to ruin my life.
and I don't think that I need that team to change either because it's just a fun time. I
Yeah.
think for those teams to be successful, it's got to be a fun time. If it comes down to results, then once they're bad, people are like, I'm not going.
Yeah,
Why do you have the worst seats? You said
I have the cheapest seats in the
cheapest
house.
seats. Sorry.
Yeah.
Your name is literally hanging from the rafters.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, at least I got season tickets that way. But yes, I do pay full price, and there are no, like, my ticket account manager doesn't have a clue who my dad is.
Because they've probably been fired 4 times.
Oh yeah,
and
I
they're from
don't even
Ontario.
know who the person's
some
name
20-some-year-old.
is. Yeah.
Yeah, that's how it is. They turn
Yeah.
and burn everybody.
Well, how long? When was the last time you called the game? How long ago was that?
2010 or 2011?
2011.
Oh, yeah. Thank you.
I have a great story that's not fit for air about your dad from his last season, and I thought it was amazing.
Was that the Rods Classics when he was doing the 10 games? Yes.
And we were in Phoenix, and I was very much enamored with your dad. And he told me stories about the WHA days, and I was just like, oh my God, where am I right now?
Yeah. In
Your dad is
Phoenix with a
amazing.
losing.
I forgot
Hockey
about Rod's
team.
class. So how did that work?
There was 10 games, so it was it was like the Oilers' biggest rivalries over the years.
So the year before was his last full season.
His
and
last
then he
full
just did
season.
the 10?
9-10 was his last full
Okay.
season. Then 10-11, he did Rod's Classics.
That's what it was.
Yes.
Those are now
So-
Tom's Classics, by the way. That was my first year.
That was your first year?
Yeah.
Oh,
They were,
okay.
but it was cool having him.
Oh, I would imagine.
Yeah.
Especially, growing up in the city and all
Yeah.
of that.
And like this,
Wow. There's so many people that Jack Michaels is fully the voice of the Oilers.
Yeah, they don't have a clue.
That's
Yeah.
wild to think for me.
yep.
Yeah, they don't even know who he is.
Benny, did you know who Rod Phillips was?
No,
Yeah.
Unfortunately.
He's 23.
Yeah.
I know that's like your dad, but
Yeah.
my dad has enlightened me, but I was too young.
Like legend.
Yeah.
But if it's been that long.
And it was it was just so different then because you didn't get all the games on the TV, so everybody listened to my dad.
Yes.
All the
that's
time.
what my dad said.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
Yeah, you'd get to some of the games would be on like a channel or Global had
like
the deal.
ITV had them for a while.
Channel
I always
for-
love calling it a
Did
channel.
you work at a channel?
I did a
channel,
I
yeah.
did actually, yes.
A channel?
Number
A
one,
channel.
I did
channel.
Dave Jameson and I always
six-
talk about call it a channel.
A channel, yeah. This is actually crazy. So I was a writer on the morning show, The Big Breakfast with Steve Antle and Mark
Big
Schultz, which was
Breakfast.
the funniest show of all time. Like I used to just sit there because I rolled prompter, so I had the headphones on the whole time, and I would just watch the whole show, and that was so funny. But I was working the morning of 9/11.
Oh.
And so like that was really crazy because then nothing was digital either. So we could only get feeds at certain times. And all of a sudden, without context, this feed comes up and one of the World Trade Center towers was on fire. And we were all just like, what's going on? Because information didn't go as fast then, right?
That's
So
true.
we kind of had to wait to see what was happening. And the wires, like at then we had like wires. That was what everybody used.
Yep.
Stuff started to come down, but to watch that unfold in a newsroom was a crazy experience when I was 19 years old or 18 years old, however old I was at the time. So, yeah.
Yeah, that would have been sometime.
And I'll never forget my shift was over at 9 and that's when the show was over and they were like everybody had come in by then and I was just like this lost teenager in the newsroom that nobody so I just was like, I'm just going to go because I just didn't know what to do. Like everybody just had a task and I didn't want to get in
You
the
don't
way.
want to step on somebody's toes.
Yeah,
and
so
get
I was like,
yeah.
I'm just going to leave. I don't think I'm a necessary component to this right now. Like I roll prompter.
I feel like there's got to be what was the morning show called?
The Big Breakfast.
Big Breakfast. That was the number one morning show for a period of time there. I feel like everyone was talking about it. There's
It
got to
was
be
so funny.
There's got to be somebody's got to write the story of like the rise of it. Because the Global had the morning show forever. It was always the only one in town. Then that one beat it.
Yeah.
And then it dropped off. And then Global took back. And Global's been running as the number one since again. But that one was like everyone wanted to be on that one.
Oh yeah, because it was Mark and Steven, their chemistry and they were so funny. And so then when Steven left, I think that's when it started
That's
to
what it
fall
was?
off.
Okay.
They brought in Bridget Ryan, who is like also incredibly funny.
She is
but
funny.
just
Haven't heard
not
that name
that
in a while.
same
Fantastic.
like dynamic that Mark and Steve had. Like they were that was unmatched. I used to be in tears just watching. And imagine just waking up and being able to laugh at these two goofs. Like it was more entertainment value than like news value.
Yes.
Whereas most of the morning shows are more
Well, the morning show is supposed to be more entertainment.
Yeah.
It's supposed to be.
Yeah.
That's actually one of the
There's no
reasons why
resources to do that now. So.
our morning show did so well back on 1260, especially, and still here. But they mix sports and entertainment together. And when you're in a competition with so many other morning shows, it's about the entertainment as much as it is about sports.
Yeah. Got to make it interesting.
How's the Bits podcast going?
It's good.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're having fun with it.
Yeah.
Big
you know,
guest
it's
recently.
almost. Oh, we did. Yeah.
No big deal. Soccer legend.
Are you jealous?
Diana
Yes.
Matheson.
That was honest. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. You go because you set it up. So you tell us.
Well, I went to, I've known Anastasia Busis, Diana's wife, since high school. So, and we've still kept in touch. And I mean, Anastasia is also, you know, a Canadian sports icon in her own right, former Olympian and a broadcaster for CBC, podcast host for CBC. So she's, you know, she's got her own thing going on, but also happens to be married to Diana Matheson, who people may recognize. Yeah.
She's a Canadian darling.
Oh,
Yeah.
absolutely.
I
Yes.
mean-
I think that's a fair way to describe
She is.
Diana Matheson.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
a
also
Canadian
just
darling.
like sweetest, most genuine
Yeah.
person, both of them, honestly. So we wanted to do something to wrap up Pride Month, and I was chatting with Anastasia, and I was like, would you guys want to come on the Bits and just talk about whatever? And she's like, yeah, of course. And I was like, okay, yeah.
Yeah. Totally.
Totally. Yeah. It's a big deal. So
Yeah.
You're welcome.
Get
you're
ready for
welcome.
the audience.
You're
Yeah.
welcome for the invite. She's like, oh, I'm so honored that you'd invite us. I'm like, yeah, for sure.
Totally.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I got to say, I mean, yeah, they pop up on the screen and it's just like instantly, like, I'm just like, play cool, Quinn. Just be cool. You know,
You
she's
still
amazing.
have those moments.
Well, you know what? I will always have those moments for sports and sports figures that I don't get to be around a lot.
Okay.
Like if an NFL quarterback walked in the room right now, I would be pretty stoked.
Yeah.
Because it's not like I got to be around them and interview them a whole ton. Like those people still have a lot of lore for me.
Who could walk through right now as an NFL quarterback that you would be like speechless a little bit, you know, tongue tied?
Kyler Murray.
I
You'd have to pick him up and hug him. He's itty bitty.
oh, there's my little baby.
He's like a labubu.
What's this child doing here? I mean, Patrick Mahomes would be pretty wild. Although,
Yeah.
like.
Well, guess what, Quinn?
Everybody, Patrick Mahomes.
I went to high school with his wife, and he is here. Yeah.
Whole Brittany. Like, I don't love him, but I think
No, but it's
probably
still
most of
Patrick
them, except
Mahomes.
for Aaron Rodgers, I'd probably just want to beat him up.
Rodgers
Which is
the
too bad
worst.
because we grew up being diehard Green Bay and Aaron Rodgers fans, and now he's just
He's changed.
Scum of the
Annoying.
earth.
He's so weird.
he's so weird.
scum.
Can we talk about
Although
how
I'm
he
excited
has?
he's went to the Steelers as a Ravens
Why?
fan. Because he's a I get the Ravens get him twice.
Yeah, but you enjoy.
yeah.
Okay, I get it.
I want them to win. Like I
wanna
feel like
see
it
him
helps my
suffer or
Ravens
what?
win.
Yeah,
I feel like it gives them the advantage to go win because they get to go. Like if it was Aaron Rodgers 10 years ago, I'm like, oh my God, we're screwed.
yeah,
Yeah.
exactly.
But right now it's like sweet.
You're like,
eat him
great.
up. Eat him up.
He's either not going to perform as as well on the field, or he's going to ramp up his diva antics
And just cause
as he usually
so
does.
weird.
Which like something is going to happen, and it's not going to work
Steelers
out.
football, and it's not who Mike Tomlin is. Like I don't know why Mike Tomlin will handle this.
Here's the thing. If Aaron cannot thrive under a coach like Tomlin, then it's over for Aaron. Like, where can you really go? Like, Tomlin's a great coach.
Yeah. There's a reason he's been there forever. Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly.
They've
So,
had 3 coaches since the 60s.
yeah,
Yeah,
that's
fair.
insane.
that's wild.
But Aaron Rodgers has a wife, allegedly, and no one has seen her. And I find that concerning.
Do you think that's good or bad? He just showed up with one.
Some people are some people are thinking he's Manti Te'o right now, where he's like,
No.
he's faking a wife or something.
Oh my
because no
God.
one has seen her.
If it was someone else, I wouldn't think anything of it. I'd be like,
Yeah.
oh, they don't, she doesn't like
Just-
to be in the
just
public
private.
eye. They're
Yeah.
private people. It's Aaron Rodgers. I'm like, check the basement.
yeah.
Or I don't know. I'm just like, either she is not there, there is no wife, or somebody should check in.
So oh my, I can't believe I'm saying this. So we would assume, because we're on team here, that like
we're on the same side. Yeah.
He would make something like that up just to like carry it because that's who he is. And
that's who he is now. Yeah.
I'm not even going to try to understand why he would do this.
Because he's
I just
weird.
won't put it past me.
Paulina's right. Like he's
crazy now.
Freaking weirdo.
But I don't know what his goal is with it. So like it's one of
Nothing.
those. I know, but I can see him sitting there like I'm married, and it's like,
is it good PR for him to have a wife in the NFL? Like, you know, he's had a lot of bad PR over the years, and he had an ex-girlfriend, Danica Patrick, kind of, you know, skewer him appropriately in.
He was with Danica. I know he was with Olivia Munn.
Yes.
Oh yeah, he was.
I can't remember which one it was, but he was with Danica Patrick.
Yeah, Danica Patrick came out not that long ago saying that it was a very toxic relationship, which doesn't really surprise me. But so this kind of stuff has been coming out. He's got, you know, a bad reputation on the field, off the field. So maybe he's like, I am an upstanding citizen with a wife now. Maybe that it's a PR move. I don't know.
Did you watch the Netflix series
No,
about him?
I just couldn't.
I won't watch it.
I plowed through it. It was
Like, tell us the weirdest part, like the hardest part to digest.
Okay, they went with him on the ayahuasca, like the retreats, and you're just like, oh, okay. And then they have him coming out of like the what is this, smoke hut or whatever,
Right?
And you're
Yeah.
like, this guy, like, he doesn't know what he's saying. But I went in open-minded. I'm like, okay, I want to understand him because I don't like what's going on right now.
Yeah.
The Jets stuff, the end of the Packers years. And then you see him come out of there, he's dancing and he's like talking about enlightenment and all this stuff. And I'm just like, hey, that part's fine. Like if that's you, you're good, whatever, then fantastic. But I was like, what? I'm like, it explains so much about why he's so weird. You know? I actually appreciate him more in his younger years.
Yeah.
Oh,
How like he dealt with Brett Favre, how he came out of high school and he chased his dream in college, all that. Like I'm like, you went and crushed it, and you were at the tippy top for so long. But it got to the point I'm like, I want to know why you're so
What
such a
happened?
weird- Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. Where did we go wrong?
And like that, following him around, like you had preconceived notions of what was going on, but it like confirmed them, and you're like, okay, like you've been at the top so long, I feel that you're bored. That was my understanding. And then
yeah, that's not a bad call.
like you're bored, you're looking for something higher, and you resort, or you're not resorting, but you try this. But it has leaked into his game, his life around the team. And I'm just like, okay, I'm done. I don't, just go away.
So there's things with Aaron Rodgers. Like, I mean, he's long not had a relationship with his family.
Yeah.
And I was always kind of like, I mean, that's kind of weird.
blamed
because
his family.
I blamed his family
Because I was such a diehard Rodgers fan.
It's also one where
I
the
know.
guy is a star. It's like, are they leeching off him? Are they mooching off him? That happens so much that you can see that. And it's, I'm
100%.
protecting myself. I'm going to protect my
For
money
sure.
Yeah.
because you guys are just trying to take advantage of me. That makes sense.
And his brother Jordan was on The Bachelorette at the time, and I was watching at
And
that
he was
time.
kind of cringy, so
and
I was
he was
like,
kind of cringy, so I was, exactly. Like we had the exact same thought
Yes.
process. So I was like, yeah. And then I remember reading this article about how some of the backup quarterbacks would they were like, he's weird, but like that's just kind of who he is. Like they had gone to this, like he was telling the story about how they had gone to this part. I can't even remember what happened, but like he described Aaron as being like really weird. So I think Aaron has always been really weird, but like in a controlled situation. And like quirkiness is fine. I think that's interesting. You know, like I'm all for people being, you know, different and quirky and like having tics, because I think that just like I said, it makes them interesting. And it's just like, if that works for you. But yeah, this has just gone too far. Like he's obviously gotten way too comfortable being that weird.
Well,
and
he hasn't
did
had
Pat
any-
McAfee like empower him in that?
Yes.
Because I feel like that's when he went bananas.
He was, like you said, in a controlled environment. He was probably always a bit of a weirdo, but he was up and coming and he had to behave a certain way. So it was a controlled environment. And then once he kind of got to be a huge deal, it was like the boundaries were gone, and
Or
just went off. The train went off the rails.
Devastated he didn't get the Jeopardy kick.
He was good at Jeopardy.
Went off the rails after that.
Yeah.
And went.
I forgot he did
I'm
that.
heartbroken about this one.
I was supposed to
This-
be the next Trebek.
This
Yeah.
is the long time, like just the major heartbreak that he just hasn't been able to recover from.
Yeah, not losing Super Bowls or anything like that. It's
Well,
Jeopardy.
I don't think he's ever lost a Super Bowl.
Okay.
He's 1-1, I think, in the Super Bowl. So I think maybe he got his ring, and then he's like, his dream was Jeopardy.
But-
Alex Trebek,
There we
I'm going to
go.
replace him. Didn't happen, and then he's just lost his mind since, because it's that his whole life was working towards that moment.
Leading theory.
That's-
leading theory.
I'm going to
Okay.
become a star quarterback to become the host of Jeopardy. One day that
Alex
job's going to
can't-
open
the
up.
Aaron
He can't
Rodgers
do this
story.
forever. So that's my. When he was at UCLA, wherever he was a Bruin or was he a Cal? I think he was a Cal Bear.
Cal.
Yeah.
When he was at Cal, he's like, yeah, I want to be in the NFL so I could get to Jeopardy, and he didn't get the gig, and he's heartbroken.
I
And he throws it all away now because he just,
He's
We'll see it in the
well, he
biopic.
did. There's an article, a headline from June where it says Aaron Rodgers sounds off on his wife wanting private life. Says public won't see or hear from him when he's done playing football. I wish I could believe that, but I don't think we can.
I can't
there's
wait.
no way. Yeah.
When is he done playing football then?
Promise?
Yeah.
well done. Okay, couple things. I'm very jealous of Jeff Probst. I would happily take over for him. Remember, he did Rock and Roll Jeopardy,
Oh yeah.
and then he ended up with Survivor.
I thought both were
What a
happening at the same
gig,
time.
hey?
Or were they different? You might be right.
There might
Also,
have been a
how
little
do
bit of crossover. But could you imagine doing that show?
It was Survivor.
Survivor?
Yes. And he doesn't have to, he's not on the island. Like,
He
he's
gets
on
to
a
eat
yacht.
like all the craft food.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
They should make him do it
can't-
once.
I can't imagine doing that show as a contestant.
No.
You should
he's
have to do
awful.
it once.
No.
Like, hey, they're
He
going
should
into,
have to do
they're
it
doing,
once.
They're about to film season 50. He should, season 51, the big thing is Jeff's in it.
Do you think after hosting it for 30 years, he actually would have a pretty good chance? Like he knows the
Knows the game very well.
The game very well. Yeah.
Drop your buff.
I'm not.
Yeah.
I only watched the first 9 seasons of Survivor, so I don't know what the game is like
a
anymore.
lot.
So I can't.
Seasons, yeah.
It's changed.
I don't
Does
know
anybody? Well, I mean, lots of people
My
still watch
sister's
it.
watching it.
Love
Do you
it.
No,
watch it?
I don't still watch it.
No, so I
I
don't.
loved the early
I can't.
seasons.
I could talk about Big Brother, so I could explain the strategies of Big Brother, but I don't know about Survivor.
Have you gotten on Traders?
No, I haven't.
Oh my
parents
God,
love
Traitors.
It. My parents love it.
Because it's got ex-Survivor people, ex-Big Brother people, then
Ex-reality people.
throw in The Bachelor,
Yeah,
and
Summer
Housewives.
House,
Yeah, it's
Vanderpump Rules.
quite a mix, and it's delightful.
It's an incredible show.
What do they do?
So it's a reality show murder mystery. So there's 3 essential what do they call them again? It's been a while since I've seen them. Like the murderers. What do they call them? Oh, traitors.
Traitors.
Yeah.
Hey,
Oopsies.
good morning. You know it's Thursday.
Would you like a coffee?
Yeah.
Yeah. I actually didn't get a.
Can you pass
Eric?
me that
Oh yeah.
though? Your arms are longer.
Yeah.
I can't bend.
Yeah. So they're traitors, but nobody knows who they are. And then they do challenges, and then the traitors will murder people, essentially get them kicked off the show. And so it's interesting to watch because you obviously know who the traitors are, and you're like, God, guys, it's obvious. How do you not? But I can't even imagine when you're in the show because the traitors are making alliances and hiding it as well as they can. Man, it's a good show.
Oh, it's good. And it
God, it's fun.
if you're Survivor fans, reminded us all how iconic Boston Rob is.
Yes.
Him and Amber.
Yes.
Yeah.
Amber.
Ramba.
Amber.
I had a crush on Amber.
Yeah. Amber was cute.
And Elizabeth from Survivor Season 2.
Yes.
Yeah,
Africa,
Elizabeth.
Survivor Africa. I liked Colleen from Survivor Season 1.
Remember Jerry? She was in Playboy.
Yeah.
Jerry, yes.
She's mad that she's not on Survivor 50. She's unhinged.
Okay, honestly.
Well, then she should go on Traitors.
I saw
Jerry
some
should
video.
go on Traitors.
She's very
Yeah.
upset she didn't get season 50, and she went on this full rant about how she deserved to be on season 50.
I bet I haven't looked her up in a while. I bet she could still get it. I need to look up Jerry.
She was sassy.
She was, yeah, she
I
was
don't
good.
remember. I
liked
don't
her.
remember this at all. I didn't
I
watch
would
it a
ask
whole
her out
ton.
for a beverage.
Yes. You would text Jerry
Yeah.
and say, you know where you would
coulda
be
used
great.
you here.
You know what situation? Yeah.
That's Jerry.
Does she look good?
That's an old picture. That's like, yeah.
That's,
Yeah.
I
That's
didn't
how I
grab a new
remember
one.
her. She looks great.
This is
Yeah,
Survivor
no,
Jerry.
I have absolutely no memory of
I would
this.
totally want to hang out with her.
yeah. Let's get
Tom,
her.
I'm shook.
Let's get Jerry
This is so
on the
unlike you.
hangout.
What do you mean?
Just joking. But yeah, like so the traders also, they'll bring on like icons like the Cody guy from Big Brother.
He was an icon on Big Brother.
Well, he thinks he was.
Won, yeah, because he won All Stars, but it was all rigged for him. And
but
he was
there's
a
people
nothing.
that have like won in numerous things, and
He was not a good
you'll
Big
see how
Brother
they do
player.
in this show. It's just not the same.
Terrible Big Brother.
Oh, okay.
You are a big
I've watched
brother fan.
every
Like,
single
yeah.
season of
He
Big Brother.
loves talking
so we're
about
going
Big
into
Brother.
27 on July 20th or July 10th. I've
Okay.
watched every Canada one. Sad it's not back. So I've seen all of them.
I thought I knew him. And then
Well,
he started
Big
talking
Brother.
about Big Brother. I'm like,
I've watched. It was the thing I watched with my mom for the longest time. It started in I think 02. So I think
Yeah.
no, it started in 01.
Wow.
Or was it? It started in 2000.
How old were you then?
Like it was 9, 10.
Oh, God.
when
What I
started
like
watching
about
this.
watching Big Brother is it feels like summer when you watch Big
Yes.
Brother. Yeah, there's something about it.
And there's there's not a lot going on like around to watch on TV, and then you get 3 episodes a week.
Yeah.
So it keeps you up to date on what's going on. It's awesome.
Yeah, that's
Wednesdays
like-
are going to 90 minutes this year.
That's like Love Island.
I used
You
to, I
can
didn't, I haven't
never
gotten
get
to Love
enough.
Island this year. Is it good this year?
I hear it's ridiculous.
This year?
Like
It
everyone
is. It is pretty
ridiculous
outrageous.
in a good way?
Yeah, I've heard it's nuts. I haven't seen any episodes. but-
Honestly, like the relationships are one thing. I don't really care about that. Number one, the host, like the voiceover guy, is so funny, and the chaos that they throw at these people is unhinged. Like it is so volatile. Like it's just like people are in these couples, and then it's just like America has voted one person off, and it's like
Yes.
they don't even get a choice, and like that person's just gone, and you're like, oh,
I need to get back into
it
this
is
season.
relentless.
It's like
it is
5 days
so
a week.
funny.
Every night there's an update, like a new episode.
And it's like
it
almost
keeps you
live.
going.
Like now I wish that I lived in America. This is the only reason, so that I could vote.
Yes.
Because
Change your
I'm like,
VPN.
I would ruin everything. Okay, Matthew, I don't know how to do
I'm pretty
that.
sure I was voting in Love Island.
Were you? Okay, I just have to
somehow.
actually get it live.
When I was
too.
like really deep, like I got way too invested in Love Island like years ago, and
Yeah.
then I stopped for a bit. They're very young. I'm kind of like,
no,
I
they're-
don't care about these children anymore.
and they're so young, and like it's just like it's like lips and
God, there's
like,
a
it's just-
template
oh,
for
wait,
appearance.
it's
what?
a template.
There's a template for like how women on
20
Love
something
Island look.
women, yeah,
yeah.
on
All
Love Island.
filler in the lips.
Yeah.
yeah.
I
Lot
like
of
Love
cheap
Island.
What's wrong with
filler.
that?
There's nothing wrong with it. It's just that they
It's
all
all it is.
look
There's no
the
more.
same.
There's no more natural.
There's just
Yeah.
no
Or anything like that,
variation in
yeah.
how they look, really. I like Love Island UK, which is where it originated,
And it's
because they're
worse
a
there.
lot more. They're just a little bit more rough around the edges.
It's
Yeah.
everything UK.
Yeah.
There was
Yes.
the Jersey Shore of the UK, which I think started first.
Geordie Shore.
was way better.
Fantastic.
Was
show.
unbelievable.
Yes.
It was.
didn't see it.
They were the best.
Yeah.
Like the Brits and the Europeans know how to do it way better.
Pure trash.
Yes.
Unbelievable.
The actual Love Island, the first voiceover guy that they had actually was better than this one.
Oh, really?
He was an
Okay.
American one, but his comments were funnier.
Oh,
he
yeah.
was brilliant. He was more savage.
That's very fair. Look up Huda, Huda. Her lips are bananas.
I'll be the judge.
She needs
Like
to
that?
Huda.
HUD.
Yeah, this is a show if you just want mindless trash but entertaining to fill your like.
That is definitely
No,
not
she
her.
looks
That's
nice.
not her.
no, that's
that
not
girl
it.
looks a great
It's a
teeth.
fun show. I haven't watched it this year. It just dropped out of nowhere.
But you look at Jerry from Survivor, and then you look at what we've got now. I don't know. I think I'm gonna
Yeah,
take
but Jerry
Jerry.
was like 25 years ago.
Yes, it's perfect. It was a great time.
Love Island 2025 HUDA.
Yeah.
There it is.
That's not
How
her?
is there not?
this. I think this is her. Okay, wait. I'm just gonna make sure. I just need to make sure this is the right person. Don't put your hands away on my phone.
I shoved his hand.
That's her.
Yes.
Okay, wait,
yeah,
okay,
I've
what'd you
seen her.
search that?
Sorry.
I just searched Huda Love Island. Yeah, well, you're just pushing my hand away to my phone.
Tom,
I'm
she's
trying to
too
show
young
them.
for you. She's also, they call her Hurricane Huda because
caused
she's a
problems.
little.
You can tell that she is. You can tell she's
Yeah.
a little unhinged.
She's
Are we going to get
trouble.
this
The
up on
bigger
the
the
screen?
lips,
Yeah,
the
he's working.
crazier you
Yeah,
are.
people can see what he's looking up on screen
Oh,
right
okay,
now.
perfect. I love
So,
Yeah, she looks like
Oh,
trouble.
Yeah.
Sorry, man.
don't just pushing my hand
Yeah.
away
It's
to
like,
my
no,
phone.
this is mine now.
And I just need to. I forever have this picture.
Literally to my phone.
Tom has to leave.
Tom has to take his phone to take a picture of
Tom's fine.
Iwanyk.
You're-
Like, okay, you can have it back. Yeah.
and also, I'm going to look there. But
Surely-
text to Tom that picture.
Yeah. Hey,
the
man, can you
old-
send me that link?
The old host
You
was.
sent me that link.
The old host they had too, I thought was a little better. They went to that Sarah Hyland for a little bit. It
Yeah.
didn't work with her.
Oh,
They've jumped around a few.
Ariana's.
Oh, I like Ariana.
I mean,
haven't seen it
she's
with her.
so hot now. The
so
glow
hot.
up after Tom Sandoval.
And I just know that there's huge drama around that, and I don't know the story between her
I'm
and
so
Tom.
sorry
but how
you
big that was.
don't.
That's Vanderpump Rules.
Yeah.
yeah.
I know.
My
Like,
mom loves Vanderpump.
apparently, that was a huge deal.
It was.
amongst
It
the
was
whole
a
drama.
it was Scandival. It was internationally renowned, and now Tom is just flailing. He was on
part of
America's
the
Got
zeitgeist.
Talent. He was also on Traitors and made an absolute fool
It
of
was
himself.
honestly, it made me like Tom because of how ridiculous he was. I was like, keep him on the show as long as possible.
Yeah.
Like I looked forward to any scene with Tom Sandoval in it because he is he is so stupid.
and so self-absorbed. Like he's like, I think I'm the only one with any kind of musical background here, so I'll do.
But
the
it was
singing.
hilarious.
Oh
He
yeah,
was so funny.
and I kind of think he meant to do it.
No, he just.
You think it was
I
sincere?
saw him on Watch
I
What
think that's
Happens
why
Live.
it was so funny. I think he was sincere, and that's why it's funny. I'm like,
Yeah.
he really is.
Yeah,
just
very
this
fair.
guy. Yeah.
Yeah,
Anyway,
not a smart dude.
I have a
Anyways.
question in the nasty chat.
Okay.
Paulina, this might be tougher for you to answer. Who would be the best contestants from EST? And it has the thing. So we'll start with Love Island.
Who would be the?
From EST, who would be best on Love Island?
Oh.
Tom.
For sure.
But like Tom, yeah,
Like I can already see it.
yeah.
How far does he go?
America would vote him off pretty quickly.
Well, I could see him being in the bottom couple.
I was gonna
Why?
give you a
I
little
like
bit
you.
longer.
no,
of a
no, no,
rant.
no. I'm just joking.
I'm a nice guy.
Yeah.
I it's just, I mean, knowing you, you'd have a hard time committing to one, and then it would
get you-
it
your
would
goal
leave you.
is to stay with
You
one or
need
try to
to-
be with
yeah.
one.
Because otherwise you
And
will
then
get voted off.
You would be one of those people. As soon as the next bombshell comes in, and that's what they're called.
Casa
You would be
Amor?
like 100%. I want to go. I'm gonna pull her for a
A
job.
new
gonna make-
bombshell
yeah,
has
good
entered the
call.
villa, and Tom
Tom
is
is
gone.
And
Yes.
Tom has lost his noodle.
And then you'll be in the bottom couple, and the group will come together, and they'll be like, "Tom's not committed to this," and you'll be gone.
They'll be like, we really like Tom. Like, he's
Yes.
our buddy.
Great
We
guy.
like hanging out with him, but he hasn't really connected with anyone. He's in a friendship couple.
That is the
Yeah.
exact same
waiting
thing
for a
that you said.
bombshell. Yeah. Yeah.
You know me better than anyone. I've known you for so long.
But you never
Exactly
watched Love
why I'm
Island. But
saying
you
this.
know,
No, I
if you
have no
watch
idea
Love
what's
Island, you'd
happening
sit
right
there and be like,
now.
"Yeah, no."
No,
This
you
isn't
both-
the perfect.
You'd be like, "This is right."
the perfect description.
Yeah,
It would be,
Gordon Ramsay.
okay, I think, Tom, I think you'd be the first to admit it. Like, there's new women coming in all the time. I think it would be hard for you.
Well, you gotta welcome in it. You gotta, all of them, man.
Yeah,
You gotta make it
exactly.
comfortable.
Every
But
Love
then-
Island has a Tom.
If
Yeah.
you don't have a connection to someone and you're not in a couple or something, the other couples will sit there and be like, "Well, you're the easy one to kick off."
Oh my god, that's
Yes.
that is so rude.
Like the temptation that they introduce is like
It's very
insane.
intentional.
Oh,
Like
it's very
also at
intentional.
one point they secretly take either the guys or the girls out to
Hideaway.
Casa Amor.
Casa Amor, that's-
Casa Amor, and
He'd
then
be
they
done.
introduce a whole new set of boys or girls.
It's the cheater villa. Like,
He'd go and he'd be all over that one.
Oh my God. And then come back to his couple and be like, oh, nothing happened. And then
then
all
the
the
video will
videos
come
would show.
up.
he'd come back with a new girl. The girl that he was already originally in a couple with would be like, "Oh my god, like screw Tom," and then like a day later, Tom would be like, "You know, I really miss."
Pull her for a chat.
I'm gonna pull her for a chat. I'm gonna pull the girl I was in a couple with originally because I feel like she would have been really great in this situation right now.
I could have used her
I
for
could have really used her
insulation
for
in
the
this
challenge
chat.
that we had today. She would have been great.
This is hitting home.
Okay, I'm sorry.
You don't.
I just want to say Corey B has Zach as a possible contestant. That would be funny.
Zach? Oh, he'd be like the sweet
He'd be the
guy.
sweet guy.
Well, there was
Oh
the
my
guy.
God.
I'm trying to remember the guy from a couple seasons ago. I forgot his name. I could see. That's where I could see Zach maybe.
Well, there's YouTube. Trev seems like a sweet boy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Sweet
yeah.
boy.
Yeah, like I think he'd
Trev
go
would
and
fall in
all,
love with someone.
but all the
Hard.
girls would love Trev
Yeah.
because
Yeah.
they'd be
And
like,
he'd fall
he's
in love
like
with whoever-
handsome and nice and yeah.
Oh my god,
he'd
I
stay
think I
with that
have.
person.
I think I have a girl for Trev. Actually, don't worry, she's not old. She's not old like me. She's young.
Does she like baths?
Baths?
Yeah, because
Does it start with a K?
Yeah.
No. This is another girl from.
From work?
Yeah.
Which one?
I'm not gonna.
Yeah.
Unveil it
drop.
on air. Name drop all these
You think they're
people.
watching at work?
She's trying to match make a little bit here, but then like tell this other person I'm doing it live on EST.
I was just like, he seems like such a sweet boy.
He is. I love Trev.
And he loves hockey. So I think that there is, I'm always just trying to bring people together.
He's gonna walk up like this to you. And he's gonna flex. He's gonna be like, Paulina, what's her name?
Yeah.
Can I
Like, don't worry, I can set this up.
We had Survivor.
Okay.
Who would do well on Survivor? I got my couple that I think, like Jay, I think would do fantastic on Survivor.
Yeah. He's adaptable.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
People would like him.
Yeah, I
He tried to
think
help
Eric. I mean, I don't watch a lot of Survivor, so I don't really know what it takes. But like, I kind of see Eric doing well because he's just kind of malleable. Like, I feel like he can like work with different groups, and he's really likable. He's
But
funny.
He's got a knife behind his back.
Does he?
Oh yeah.
Eric?
Oh,
I don't think he'd be that.
I think you have to be somewhat. You know.
If you're not on Eric's side, he's gonna take you down.
Wow.
I didn't know. Yeah, I don't know.
He is so good. He is so smart.
Okay. Okay.
Gager would be an interesting one for me too.
Gager.
Gager seems like he's got skills for Survivor.
Right there, but like Eric, like he's very personable.
Yes.
But like, if you cross him, look out.
I
That's what
could
would say
see.
about
I could
Eric.
see Eric on Big Brother because he played great social game.
Yeah.
See, and that's
Okay.
what like Big Brother. I've always said.
I think you would also be great on Big Brother. You know the game.
Well, there's the two things though.
loves the
I stand by this. If I was in Big Brother, I would either be the first one out. I do believe that there'd be that. Like, I'm not the big strong guy. I could be like easy first week, get rid of him. That's a quick one.
But
Easy,
then if
no
you're
effort.
not first
but
week,
if I
then
get
you're like-
past the first
yeah.
week, I'll get to jury.
If you,
I
ever
will
get
not
on-
be knocked out before jury. I'm getting to jury. I feel like I would be if I'm knocked out. It would be on a double eviction.
Okay.
That's when where I won't have time to help
Like, okay.
keep myself around if I did go up on the block.
Tom.
Yes, Tom.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Should have just kept his hand going.
Mr. Gazzola? Yeah, we just
you.
move on.
So if we get Matthew on Big Brother,
Oh my god.
and he's like he says, I'm not the big guy. So we get him a couple of cycles of roids.
Well, I don't want to be big guy though. I don't want to
I
be
think
big
he
guy.
would win.
I don't want
I
to be
don't
big
even
because
think
I
we
don't want
need
that threat.
Just a couple cycles.
I just need a little bit but it's I don't
Right?
want, no, I don't want all that. I
Maybe
just,
even some
juiced up.
I
creatine.
want the only thing I need is I need an old person to come in with me.
Right?
Like I need like a 40-year-old to come in with me.
You see,
For
that's
the show.
old.
Well, for the
40-year-old?
show. For that show.
Oh,
yeah.
Let's clarify. For this show. For that show. Usually they're the 20-year-olds. I'm going to clarify this.
You're also 40.
He's
No,
not.
I'm not.
He's 39. For the show, there's like the late 40s, early 50-year-olds. They're usually like one of them. There's not a lot of them.
I would do well on traders.
Yes. But then
Yeah. I
need
think
to
I would too.
You kick that person out, and then I get through week one, then I could get through it. I'll be fine.
Just a couple cycles of roids and you'll be fine.
But it's not. But it's.
You'll love it.
I'll be fine. Or I'm out first, and that's
I'm
the
just
story.
saying.
That's the story. I'm just the first one out.
Well, I hope we get to see that. What
How do
happens.
we-
Well, Big Brother Canada's
Can
not
we-
around anymore.
Oh,
so
yeah,
So,
that's right.
but Canadians cannot do Big Brother
I don't believe
USA.
so. I don't believe so.
And I think it's a
Oh, well,
lot
that's
more.
disappointing.
And you get messed up leaving that house.
Yeah,
I've heard from
That's
a few
true.
people that have played that game. We worked with a couple of them, but I talked to one like because you're isolated and
Yeah.
you only see each other and you can't leave the house. And like even in the Canada one, there was only very little outside time you would get where you get to see the sky and stuff.
I actually think that my claustrophobia would win, and I would volunteer to leave because I don't think that I could not be able to like step outside, have fresh air, have a moment to myself.
Well, and that's like
Those are things that
and then the paranoia because it's always the game. And it's like, well, you got to go whisper this conversation.
Oh no, I hate
And you're
this.
whispering, and then
Not
like
a chance.
I actually just saw a clip a couple days ago on TikTok from somebody from the States, and he's just like, yeah, I would just pull somebody into the bathroom and start whispering. They're like, why are we in the bathroom whispering? He's like, oh yeah, we could talk normally just out, but you're used to that paranoia.
Right.
So it messes with
Oh.
your mind completely.
You're
My brain's
different
already
after.
messed,
You're
so it
different
doesn't
after.
matter.
Yeah.
Huh.
Interesting.
Yeah, I like traders is my goal.
I could handle traders. There's a lot of these reality shows. There's not a chance for me. Survivor, I wouldn't even make it to the island. I'd be like, you know what? This isn't going to work for
This
me.
seems too far
I'm
away,
not
yeah.
meant to live an uncomfortable life.
Yeah.
And then same with Big Brother, not for me. Also, I don't have an indoor voice. I can't whisper. Neither can you. We
Oh
would
my
do
God.
I thought you
terrible.
are whispering
Yeah.
right now.
Yeah, this is me
This
whispering.
is me in a library. Yeah. And Quinn is also no library voice. So we would be,
Oh, we know.
everyone would know our game day one. We'd be gone. But traders, I could do traders.
I could do
I
traders.
lie.
I'll have
And
to watch
I
that one.
like human behavior is one of my favorite things.
Yes.
Like people always rag on me because I'm like staring at people, but I'm actually just observing. I'm like
It's reading
a big-
people a lot
Yeah.
of the time.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah,
Oh, I've
for
seen
sure.
you stare at people.
Oh, 100%. And I love trying to figure out what their story is or
Yes,
why they've
yes.
ended up here. Or, you know, what this, like these three people at this restaurant are doing together. How did they end up together? I am very, very curious about like human interaction. And so I think I would pick up on a lot of things in traders
Yeah.
that would make
Well,
me.
traders is in Canada now. So it's coming to Canada. So
Is it coming or was it already a season, or is it going to be the first
I think
season?
there's going to be, they probably already did the first season
Casting,
and it
yeah.
hasn't aired yet, but now it's here. So we have our chance. Just saying.
Do it.
Oh my
Let's
God,
find
let's
out.
apply.
Let's
Do
apply.
it.
Might as well.
You have to.
Traders
Why wouldn't we?
Canada.
Yeah.
You guys would vote for us, right?
I'll watch it. Well, I'll create a.
You,
I'll
for
watch
you
it.
and
It's we'll
He's
do
like,
a
there might be people I like better
we'll
than
do
you.
a post watch show on EST. I'll watch
Oh
that pod.
my
We'll do
God.
the Traders Canada post watch. We'll talk about what you guys have been doing. There's already been 2 seasons in Canada.
What?
Yep.
2 seasons?
Yep.
Okay, well, I missed that. I don't know.
Highly
It
watched.
was in March of 25 was renewed for a 3rd season.
Okay.
Rick Campanelli was on the 1st season.
What?
No way.
Okay, love
Yeah, he was
that.
on. Kevin Martin was from Big Brother Canada.
Oh, I was like the curler?
No. I'm trying to like. Not all these names are too familiar. Yeah, my mom just texted me because my parents do watch it. There was a Canada one. She's saying.
Okay.
Oh, Enoch Mwamba was on it.
what?
Yeah. He was on
Oh.
season 2.
Really?
It's interesting.
Okay, so you kind of need to be somebody.
Or
Well, it
somebody?
says YouTuber,
Yeah.
content creator, security manager,
Oh, so there's like regular
true
people?
crime podcast host and author, a lobbyist,
Oh, interesting.
author and podcast host.
Okay.
So it's there for you.
okay.
We're
It's
somebody.
there- It's,
It's
there,
there
for
for
you.
You're
Yeah.
somebody.
The Bits
It's within
podcast.
reach. It
The
is
Bits
within
podcast.
reach.
There we go.
Yeah.
There we go.
Edmonton Sports Talk Hangout contributor now.
There we go.
Boom.
Oh my God. My future is set.
You guys could go on
Hopefully I'm
Traders
not
Canada.
too old.
I don't know traders. I don't know the age of traders. It's the same as Love Island. Like, you're going to see a 40, 50-year-old on Love Island?
I would watch that show.
What if they're Jack?
Well, there was wasn't it Golden Bachelor or
Yes.
whatever? See, but it's like, that's what, like in Big Brother, there's usually the one token old person, which is 40, 50.
Did you watch Golden Bachelor?
I did.
Oh.
Of course.
Okay.
I liked it. It was great.
Okay.
Did you watch Golden Bachelor?
No.
Just
Shocking. No. I didn't- I
Portions
didn't
of
know
this
what happened.
hour of the EST Angle, they're brought to you by the High Product Marketing, official merch partner of Edmonton Sports Talk, promotional products that bring the buzz. Check them out, thehighproductmarketing.com. Thank you, everyone, for listening live on TuneIn, iHeartRadio, Apple Music, EdmontonSportsTalk.com. Watch on YouTube or listening on podcast wherever you get your podcasts. Coming up on EST later today at 11 o'clock, myself and Huss have the Lock Shop, 2 guys and a goalie, EST afternoons, Reed Wilkins Show, Turf District, Riverhawks Baseball. That's all to come. Turf District and Riverhawks Baseball on our audio streams across all the platforms already mentioned. Paulina, Quinn, Matt, Tommy, Benny with you here on the Hangout, as I said, presented by Sentinel Storage. Canada Storage experts, more than 2 decades helping Canadians through life transition. Canadian storage provider, be sure to buy Canadian. We've talked a lot about
Reality. TV.
reality. I don't know what
You're loving this.
I like reality
You're like
stuff.
a
Actually,
kid
I
in a
haven't
candy
watched Big
store right
Brother
now.
really, and
I
I've watched
need
Love Island, but I haven't
reality
watched
TV.
What's
It's a fun
going on?
conversation to have because we don't talk about these all the time.
No kidding.
What do you watch if you're not watching sports?
Honestly, History Channel and Smithsonian. I'm a dork.
Okay.
Everybody knows this already. I'm a
What do you
nerd.
really watch?
Smithsonian Channel. I love Ancient Aliens. I love. You know what, Paulina? Can I moment of truth?
Yeah.
I kind of like Ghost Adventures.
Oh, Ghost Adventures.
Yeah,
Ghost Adventures is good.
It's
yeah.
dude bros being bros and dudes,
Yeah.
and you give them a bunch of technology that they really don't
To go
know what they're
hunt
doing.
for ghosts.
And guess what? I love Ghostbusters. So
Yeah.
I watched that show and I'm like, I'd be so freaked out right now.
That's a good one. I would go on. That's a show I would go on to. Is like when you go ghost hunting in these
Yeah.
haunted houses.
Yeah, I couldn't handle it. I think I would be mentally like, I would work myself up
Yeah.
and I'd be so scared.
Well, that
and I'd
is-
freak myself out.
That is like that's the whole thing though, because I mean, half the time nothing's really happening, but
No.
it's your
Yeah,
it's your
it's the
imagination.
mental game.
Yeah, totally.
But it
But-
seems fun.
but they do like the night vision. And
Yes.
I always get tripped out.
Yeah, that's a good one. That's a good one.
Why
I've
did you
never-
ask that?
Well, because you don't watch reality TV.
But I watch Ghost Adventures.
That's true.
Yeah.
Well, now we know.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
I'd
That's
rather
why I
watch
asked. I
reality
needed to
TV.
know.
But people
Not
don't
really
need to
like
know
the
this about
trashy
me.
reality TV.
Yeah, like well, I don't watch like Big Brother and that, but like I love like I watched like a 4-hour thing on Pompeii. Like the other
Okay.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
Do
Is
you think
that
you'll
where-
ever go there?
Yeah, I'd love to go there.
Okay.
I think that'd be amazing.
So we covered reality, and now we're moving on to Pompeii.
Yeah.
That would
Yeah.
be so cool to see
Human
it.
destruction.
Yeah, but like they're finding out well, no, I'm not getting into it.
Listen, okay, so I will say I went with my mom and dad.
Pompeii?
Yep.
Oh,
And we made a very large mistake of not either getting like the headset tour or a guided tour.
the headset.
because because then if you don't, you're literally just walking through rubble.
Yeah.
and you're like, okay, there's not a lot of impact if you don't know what you're looking at.
They had sewer systems. Like they had running water. They had commerce. They had advertising and marketing. Like it's incredible. Like how advanced they actually were 2,000 years ago.
hey Tom, have you been to the Frank Slide Museum?
I've been to Frank Slide,
Same thing.
but not to the
Essentially.
museum. I should go to the museum.
Basically Pompeii.
That would be. Oh, but okay, 1,500 deaths or
okay.
100 deaths.
You know, close.
But
It could satisfy that need for now.
I don't have an itch. There's no itch that needs to be scratched. I'm just fascinated by it, Paulina.
Okay.
Thank
But you
you.
want to go to Pompeii.
I
I'm
would
saying
love
you
to.
could
Well,
go to
it's part-
Southern
That's what
Alberta.
she's saying. She could scratch that itch they're wanting to go where you
No,
go
that's
see it for
way
now and then you go
different.
there.
Like
Is it? Frank
Yes.
Slide? Frank Slide is a little different than Pompeii. Okay.
100%. Okay.
I thought
Okay.
direct analog.
Absolute parallels.
Absolute parallel.
Come
As far
off
as I
it.
can tell, Pompeii and Frank Slide are the exact same thing.
Okay. So
But I did not watch the Smithsonian episode.
you're missing out.
I'm gonna see what ChatGPT says
fascinating.
about it.
Okay, so
Frank
Frank
Slide
Slide.
versus-
Frank Slide is like that's like one of our early
Yes.
disasters, right, in Alberta. And what is crazy about Frank Slide is our First Nations, like the tribes that were in that area, called the mountains like the moving mountains, and they knew something was up, and they didn't need geological tools and instruments.
Yeah.
So like they knew they're like something's wrong with that mountain, and they were disregarded. Nobody heeded their warnings, and then it finally just hit. And it's incredible to see how big those rocks and boulders are, and to imagine that like there are homes, there are businesses, there's a little town literally buried underneath all that. Like to me, that is so fast. It's sad driving through that.
It is.
and you're just like, oh my God. And
Not to lighten the tragedy, obviously,
I'm
in
putting
Frank
this
Slide.
on you because
but-
you brought it up.
But it is a very tragic. It's very dark. You
Yeah.
know,
Yeah.
when you think about it.
And it's literally our highway
Yeah.
through the mountains, right?
I have
Like,
been to that museum though. It is interesting.
Yeah.
And then there's the mines near there too, which is you'd probably hate because you have claustrophobia.
Yeah.
But the mines are very cool to walk through.
ChatGPT has given me a comparison table between the two.
Okay.
Oh, okay, here we go.
Frank Slide was a rock slide. Pompeii was a volcanic eruption.
So
Frank Slide was approximately 100 seconds.
Yeah.
Pompeii was approximately 18 to 24 hours.
Yep. Because like people, they
I mean,
they could get out of Pompeii.
Yeah, they couldn't get out of Frank Slide.
Frank Slide was like a minute. Yeah.
Approximately 90 deaths for Frank Slide. I don't mean to laugh at that, but just the difference is approximately 16,000 for Pompeii. They're the same. They're just the same.
pretty close.
Same.
Closely you could scratch that itch.
So, you know,
What is
I'm
happening?
I don't know.
What is this thing? What is,
Preservation.
This is a dark episode of the Hangout.
Well, the second hour's just gone very dark. Frank Slide has minimal preservation. Most debris crushed when it buried. Whilst Pompeii, excellent. Ash preserved people,
Yes.
buildings, and artifacts.
Yep.
So there's your differences.
and that's the incredible thing. Like you see the Pompeii, like the molds of the like death casts. I don't know how to describe it, but like they found like a couple like holding each other. They found mother
Oh.
and child, and like there's skeletons
Yeah.
in the molds and stuff like that. Like that is incredible. And they're like, why didn't these people leave? They had a day to recognize because the ash was falling, the volcano was about to erupt, and they didn't leave. It is fascinating. It is legitimately.
Are there any like movies about Pompeii? Like you
No.
know, Hollywood?
Yeah, that's
No.
interesting that there
There's
isn't.
no movie
That
with the
is
guy
crazy.
from Game of Thrones about Pompeii.
Okay, so Jason Momoa
No, I thought it was Jon Snow.
is in Pompeii. There's a movie
I
about
thought Jon
Pompeii.
Snow-
Oh, there is a movie.
Yeah,
is
Jon
there?
Snow.
Oh.
I could see that being a miniseries, like an HBO miniseries. No, Pompeii.
Yeah, that would actually be really
Or was it
smart.
somebody else that was in Pompeii? I
No,
thought it
you're
was the
right
guy
though.
that
I
played
do
Jon
kind of
Snow.
remember. Okay, but I want to talk about this.
Kit
This is funny.
Harington.
You say why
Oh, yeah.
people don't leave, but people still don't. The human behavior is very much the same. You look at wildfires, people stay.
That's true.
Yeah.
You know, like
Kit Harington.
humans. Now we can say that like 2,000 years ago, the behavior was the exact same.
Yeah.
They stayed in their home
Yeah.
to either protect their home or crazy. And even with all the technology we have now, people still stay.
People still stay in their home. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. So Frank Slide, Pompeii.
Same thing. Same.
Same.
I guess we'll never know.
It's just hard to figure out. They're just so long ago that it's just impossible to
I guess we'll never
fully
know.
dissect.
Dog.
Well, maybe Frank Slide gets you to want to like rush to go to Pompeii. Maybe a little quicker. You want to go, but it's not like you're.
It's a
itching to go.
gateway
It's that he'll
to-
do something like I want to go see the.
Further tragedy sites. Yeah.
Oh.
Well, to change the tone, I
no
also
way.
did the Colosseum in Rome without like a separate
Nobody
guided
died
tour.
there.
Totally not. But I'm going back in October, and I'm very excited to do the Colosseum properly with some form. And maybe I'll even watch Gladiator before I go. I've not
don't-
seen
have
that
you never
movie.
seen it? There's-
No,
Me neither.
You've never seen Gladiator?
No, this is okay.
I've
I
seen all I
watch
need to see.
comedies. That is like, and,
Actually,
and
I
The
do
Fugitive.
know this about you.
Yeah.
But Gladiator's incredible.
Okay,
Yeah.
well, I'm excited to watch it, and then it will actually give me some context and interest in terms of what the Colosseum is.
Yeah.
You know, you could watch like actual
That kind of
history
stuff is
stuff
just-
about true things and aren't like Hollywood based.
Like messed
Oh,
up stuff.
yeah, I guess.
happened at
You
the
could just do
Colosseum.
like that.
I
as
could do my
opposed to-
own research.
Well, you could watch like something that's a little more.
Or what about like
accurate.
that Megan the Stallion Pepsi commercial? Or
Same thing. Again, identical situation.
Can't tell the
ChatGPT would basically find it impossible to compare
Or
the two.
the Pepsi commercial with Pink, Britney Spears, and Beyonce.
The original one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I learned a lot.
Yep.
Okay.
Hey, Pepsi and was it Kendall Jenner?
Jenner? Oh,
They
I
solved-
can't tell the
they
difference
solved
between
racism.
them.
They did, yeah.
That was a great. world peace moment.
Yes.
Solved racism.
Yeah.
Still going. Every time something bad happens, they're like, where's Kendall at with her can of Pepsi?
There was a commercial.
There's only
where
one
she
person we need.
Yeah, I gotta find this. It was just
Do you remember they did the SNL with what's his name? Bennett. He was so funny, and he's like,
Oh,
"Yeah,
Beck
I'm just
Bennett?
doing this like world-changing Pepsi commercial," and he's like, "I don't have time."
yeah.
and he's like, "Well, so basically, like, it was a protest, and like, we're gonna give Kendall Jenner a Pepsi, and she's gonna calm everybody."
No.
What do you mean? That's a terrible idea. You don't think you think that's the stupidest thing ever? Well, we're literally filming it in like 30 seconds.
This is not real life.
So yeah, there's like protesters, and then there's the cops on the other side. But Kendall comes up and gives one of the cops a Pepsi. He drinks it, and then everyone starts cheering.
Every time I see it, I am
and they're all
shocked
excited
all over again.
And then everyone's hugging.
She did
Kendall's
it.
very happy.
She did
the
it.
police
This is
officer's like,
not-
"Oh my god, this is incredible."
The cop with that look like, well,
And
you know what?
Racism at Liv Boulder, and now they're all walking together. We solved racism with Pepsi.
Yeah. I like how
Wow.
the cop has one sip of Pepsi and he's like, you know what? I don't think I'm going to do anything
So
illegal
good.
today.
Yeah.
And not maybe
I think I'll
'cause-
probably not use my gun today.
You know what? Let's pack her up and go home.
Yeah. Did you guys know?
That's enough, boys.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, fellas.
Let's go grab a Pepsi.
Yeah.
Solves everything.
Wow. I never saw that. And I
It's-
see a lot of commercials.
It's
so-
shocking every time. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
because of how profound it is. Like how they just did it.
They just went for it.
Yeah.
They just they did it.
They
And
solved
I
it.
don't think you could like
Full body chills.
just goosebumps every
she
time.
hands him
You
that
have the flu.
I rewind that every time just to watch it a few times. I'm like, this is the moment.
Yeah.
This is it. This is what we've
You have
been waiting
friends over,
for.
you're like, no, guys, wait, it's coming.
Guys,
it's
this
right
is the
here.
part. This is the part. Yeah.
well, there was a thing with David Guetta too. I remember once. I gotta find
Oh
what
my
it
God,
was.
David Guetta.
Because it was around the George Floyd the murder, and he was doing like some like DJing on the roof of like the Empire State Building or something, and he did like a shout out to George Floyd,
Oh no.
and it was just so awful. What? It's just like, what is going on here? Oh yeah, like you guys.
Was that when like
This is like-
Fallon and
Yeah,
those
there's
guys were doing? I
This
saw the
is
killers
celebrities
out there.
thinking they're invincible.
because somebody
Yeah.
said 4
Yeah.
years ago today, David Guetta ended racism forever on his MLS live stream. Because
Can we hear it?
I don't know if this is the full, like, this is too long.
Last night, I knew we were gonna do this, and I made a special record. So this record is
It's like a minute long.
in honor of George Floyd, and I really hope we can see more unity and more peace when already things are so difficult. So, shout out to his family.
And the bass drop.
Now let's party.
And then there's just all these kids like on Molly probably, and they're like, yeah, and nothing bad ever happened ever again.
I think Benny had like a tear of joy and profound sadness listening to David Guetta.
Shout out to his family. And
He
here's
has a tear in his
Pepsi.
eye over there. He was
And
like,
between those two moments, racism ended.
Has
Yeah.
been eliminated.
yeah,
Benny's like, David Guetta's a real one.
Yeah.
I don't think anything, nothing bad has happened since.
Ever.
Yeah, no.
No,
I just laugh at the people that are there. That are
Was that
Like, this guy knows.
This was like COVID time, so there's like no one else. But so this is a live
yeah.
stream
Everyone at
broadcast.
home.
This is everyone at home. It's yeah, absolutely. Shout out to his family. Woo! Yeah. So that's So like moving forward in schools, when they get to the racism of life, of history, they'll just show those two clips and like, and it ended,
David Guetta.
and then it ended.
Turns it off.
Before you knew it.
So Britney,
Turns the
or no,
TV
Kendall
off.
Jenner
Yeah.
and David Guetta ended.
It was over, and then that's how it
Pepsi.
ended. And that's why you'll never see racism ever again.
And that is grade 5 social studies. And it's 1 day long.
Shout out to George Floyd's family. You know, like
This YouTube title I have for this stream is so off. It's so off.
what do you have?
I have Elks game Sunday. More Oilers moves? Question mark?
That's exactly what we've been talking about.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
Oh,
Great clickbait.
right. Sports.
Do we have? Oh my god. Okay. Do we have? Yeah. What are we talking about?
This is fine.
No, yeah, keep it going.
Oh, yeah, keep going with that. Well,
That's perfect.
David Guetta ending racism?
it's
The title, The End of Racism.
David Guetta ends racism.
Oh my God.
yeah.
We only wish.
He wrote that and he did all that. Like, this is a good idea.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
you guys, tomorrow on the stream, I've got it.
You
Just
guys
wait.
are not going to believe what I have in
Yeah.
store.
I'll take care of it.
Yeah.
Don't worry, I've got
Hey,
this.
Could we
Hey,
see a copy? No. You'll
Yeah.
know. It's
You'll
gonna be
know.
great.
States will be united once again.
Yeah.
I don't even know how to progress from here properly.
What's
Well, and
the
I was going to make a
appropriate segue?
wildly inappropriate joke about being deported because
Sure, we can.
that's where America is now, you know.
Yes.
So since David Guetta has now been deported by ICE because
He's fixed everything.
Yeah, he slipped up. He spoke out, and
Yeah.
he's gone now. Yeah, but he wasn't going out without ending racism. So
Yeah.
respect
Yeah.
on his name.
yeah.
Stop it.
He'll always have that.
He'll always have that.
always
You
have
can't
that.
take that away from him.
His tombstone. David Guetta, DJ, ended racism, deported from the U.S.
Deported.
It's all gonna be.
I wish
by
almost
ICE.
all epitaphs were just bullet points of what happened.
Okay, great. What would be your bullet points? What would be your bullet points?
Oh, I don't know.
So, like, to date.
To date? Oh God.
Mine would be
Like outside of Frank's side, it would say like mini Pompeii.
Yeah, Paulina Denholm, born, visited Frank Slide.
Loves Pompeii, never went.
Passionate about Pompeii, knows nothing about it. Gets pregnant, dies. Yeah. Hopefully there's some
Not like loving mother after that.
No. I don't think so.
the way I feel right now. That's probably not it. Yeah.
Yeah, Quinn asked me what my birth plan was the other day, which is a very odd
It's a
thing
birth
to ask.
plan.
Yeah,
Yeah.
what is this?
Yes, exactly. She's like,
I was trying to be a
Like
grown
have
up.
the kid.
I think she was just trying to like make conversation.
We were swimming. I don't know.
She's like, so what's your birth plan? I'm like,
You were swimming and you just thought now's the time. to
Baby
go to
comes
this."
out.
and I said, get it out? I
Yeah.
don't know. That's the plan.
What-
I
what-
guess.
what were you thinking she was gonna say?
Some people have home births. Some people
Yeah,
use
no.
midwives. Like some people,
I will be going to a hospital where they will get it out
yeah, presumably.
with all
They
the
usually do
medication
that,
they can
though,
offer.
yeah.
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 Anyway,
By saying it, does that mean you don't know gender?
I don't know what it is. Yeah.
Fun.
One of those fun ones that
Yeah.
she.
It's not enough. Enough people do that these days.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think like 75% of people now find out.
Can I say something?
Yeah.
Gender reveals are stupid.
The dumbest thing
they
on
are
planet
so
Earth. Yeah.
pathetically awful.
And they're so out of control.
and
Thank
they,
you.
yeah,
That's the
they
big
tend to be
ones.
pretty like toxic environmentally,
Yeah.
or just a
They've
outrageous
started a forest fire.
Yeah.
100%.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right,
Or
what would
just-
your epitaph say?
Okay, my epitaph. God, what have I done in my life?
I don't even know what mine would be.
Mine would just say sick dude.
Okay, you're not writing it. Keep in mind, you're probably not writing
Yeah.
it.
Mine would be okay. There would be something about like stared too much. Like definitely caught staring frequently.
Sweated
Okay.
lots.
Can I?
Sweated. Oh yeah, like sweatiest woman.
Sweaty,
You're a sweaty woman.
Fairly handsome.
handsomest woman,
Yeah.
award
Stop.
recipient.
Just go straight, handsomest woman.
Can I say
Hands-
something to the staring thing?
Yeah.
So I was coming in studio for Hello Hockey, and I passed Quinn on Jasper Avenue, and she was going to work. and she was walking by some people, and she stared at them.
No, I was checking to make sure they were okay.
And I texted her, and I'm like, that dude has no arms.
no,
Okay.
he had no legs.
No legs,
And
okay.
yeah.
Okay, well, now you've brought it up. I think Quinn needs to say what happened recently.
Okay,
Yeah,
yeah.
there's more to that story.
That was Saturday morning. I was on my way to strategic planning with the Edmonton Downtown Business Association. Come downtown, great place to be.
Yes.
And on the way home, everybody knows 104th Street and Jasper Avenue scramble crosswalk. So I'm standing at the corner waiting to cross like a good little pedestrian. And I'm like, that looks like Tom again. So he's driving up. I get the pedestrian light, which means all lights are red. And there's a honk and a wave as Tom just drives through the intersection, waving at me, just blowing a red light. And then on top of it, there was like probably 5 or 6 people around me. And every one of them was like, what was that? Does somebody know that guy? As he blows through a red light. And I was like, yeah, I know him. He obviously wasn't paying attention to the roadway.
I do know him.
Yeah.
Do you know him? No.
Absolutely not. That
The
guy's
right
insane.
answer on that. Does anyone know this guy? No. What's wrong with that guy?
Yeah, that guy's in.
But the best part is Tom's response to this earlier was, "That's my neighborhood."
Do whatever the hell I want.
I don't need to obey laws there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're right. That's my neighborhood.
It's my neighborhood.
Downtown Edmonton, it's just Tom's.
Oh, yeah. Sorry. I'm embarrassed.
I'm neighborhood watch.
Your neighborhood watch
I think
running
so.
through lights.
Yep.
Yeah. Okay.
Cause like, guess what?
So did you
I hope there are no
notice?
kids
Did
in
you
this
like
neighborhood.
be like, oh damn, I just went through a red light,
No.
or was that you like
It
to
was
this
very
until
deliberate.
right now
No, it was very deliberate.
when I told you that you blew a red light, you did not know.
No.
Oh, okay.
Okay. Do you now wonder how many red lights you've blown?
I don't care.
You might want to care about that one. I'll just say that one.
Eventually, that might have a
I have
repercussion.
been ticketed for running a red light before.
Oh my god, this is a toxic trait.
Yeah.
Okay.
Imagine you probably come into the office and you're like, I hit something on the way here. I think.
I
I don't
had
know.
a little bump that I wasn't
Yeah,
expecting
yeah.
at some point.
Yeah.
And then
And I heard a weird noise.
Wonder who that was.
Sounded like a human, but
Actually, the boys this morning, when they came to the office, there was 2 moose out in front of our building.
What?
moose?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, that you'd
Trev's
notice.
Twitter.
That you would notice. That you would notice.
Trev posted it, and so did Dave. But yeah, there was just a couple moose outside.
Whoa.
Oh my gosh.
is-
That's amazing.
That is, moose are very cool.
Moose are very
knocked my
like scary
hand
as
away.
hell,
Oh my God.
but very cool.
Rocky and Bowling.
So yeah, that just happened here. By the way, portions of this hour of the EST Hangout, they are brought to you by GS Construction, who are the proud dinner partner of the EST Golf Classic presented by Play Alberta, which is happening on Tuesday. GS Construction hiring now. Be part of their great team today by visiting gsconstruction.ca or visit their page on indeed.ca. For the past 50 years, foundation of GS Construction has been built on efficiency, quality, and safety. Take your career to the next level. Join the team at GS Construction. By the way, temperature is like rising for Tuesday. It's now like 29 degrees expected for Tuesday.
Oh,
And you
year
gave
we're-
me a black golf shirt?
you're in
Is that
trouble.
bad?
I'm going to be fine.
I
Whoever's
have a,
playing with me, sorry. The cart seat's going to
I
be
have a
wet.
neck Well,
you get your
from
own.
sweat.
You get
I get my,
your own.
good.
Thanks for
Excellent.
reading
I
my
have a
email.
neck mister that you can borrow.
What?
A neck mister.
Oh, yeah.
Yes.
Thank you. I'm going to need that. I did.
It was in there that
You
you'll have
did
your
not.
cart.
I want to know more about this neck
But-
mister.
You put it around and it shoots the neck and it
Yes.
shoots mist.
Do you have 2 of them?
I don't. I have one. Somebody got it for me as a gift for summer pregnancy.
Have you
Sick.
needed
that's
it
fine.
yet?
I could have used it. Yes, I was overheating at the Riverhawks game for sure.
Yeah.
Could have used it for the first bit, but
Yeah.
I haven't used it yet. But you can definitely borrow it for the golf game.
Oh my God. I can't wait to just roll up and just all day just have a neck mister on.
You and Pegnata.
Yeah,
You guys
tee
didn't have a time.
at tee off, it's supposed to be about 20 degrees.
Oh, it's
By
gonna be
the
a hot
time
day.
we're finishing, it'll be about 29 degrees. It's cooler than last year. Last year, we're in the 30s.
Oh boy. Okay.
Okay, it's gonna be fine.
Okay. Everything's going to be fine.
You survived last year.
I
This year
think
will be
that
fine.
there's no secrets about how much I sweat. It's like
You
usually
talked
if I'm
about
like
it on the Hangout for like an hour one day.
Oh my god.
I think I talk about it every hangout. actually.
Well, since then, it's
That's
now
how-
kind of comes up.
Yeah.
yeah.
Well, this room also does get toasty.
I'm very warm right now.
This might be your final hangout in this room, though, so maybe the next one will be better.
Right.
Oh, yeah.
Unless we plan a draft at some point this month. But
Okay. Yeah.
I would like to request an invite to the man draft whenever
the man
that
draft's already
happens.
happened.
Well, and I know like that whatever the next one is.
Oh, just the draft in general?
Why?
I like to objectify
Men?
people. Anyone, yeah, I guess.
I respect that.
I thought that was a really fun. That was a fun draft.
I took a lot of heat for that one, for objectifying so many men.
You interjected so much.
Well,
You-
yeah, but
you let your passion creep in so many times.
Oh yeah, you did
well,
do
somebody
something.
picked Adam Levine, so
Yeah, whoever picked Adam Levine
Jay
lost.
Milne.
Yeah, Jay's roster I remember being very questionable.
Yeah.
As a commish, you should probably be a little more.
I'm not
Not
going to listen to you when it comes to being commissioner.
I will
all
say-
right?
And that's why VR Montenegro knows that I was a solid commissioner, but it's
No,
you
you
should be
weren't. You were
down the
terrible.
middle. He says the guy who's on her watch list right
You
now.
were in trouble that day. You did get in trouble.
You are the only one on the watch list as well.
That's
and I'm
bullshit.
actually trying to think of ways to target you specifically
That
in some
is
of the new rules.
collusion. That is so awful.
You're actually actively targeting someone?
Yeah, I didn't do anything. I played by the rules.
Yeah, I remember that being a bit of a shady move, but I
Yeah.
understand. No one hates Adam Levine more than I do.
Yeah.
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 Why do we hate Adam Levine? I'm with
He's
you. I
disgusting.
just don't know.
He's got this. There's this
Ick about him?
ick. Yes, there's this
Absolute ick.
ick factor where I think guys like Adam Levine
Justin
and Justin
Timberlake.
Timberlake, they're written in the same font of ick.
Yeah.
Whoa.
There's something that they give off that is just maybe they're trying too hard and they're so lame. Like they're actually like you can tell that they're just like really lame dudes. And I get a little bit of that ick from Ryan Reynolds.
Yep.
But his is he is a lot more calculated in how he presents himself. So I think it's not as obvious yet.
He's a scary ick because he can hide it a little bit.
But he's an ick for sure, and it will be
definitely an ick.
exposed one day.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
I think we're getting there. We're getting pretty close to it.
The cracks in that.
The cracks are
foundation,
showing.
Oh, yeah.
They've
They
shown
have.
up.
That's true. They're
Yeah.
starting.
Yeah, they're starting
There's a
to
lot of
show.
people that now go, what? Ooh, really?
Yeah.
Him and
He
Blake
also
Lively.
he also tries too hard, and you can see it, which
Yeah.
is.
But did you have his scrambled eggs?
No. Also, I have to say something about that. No, why nobody wants that?
I think Dusty had it.
This absolutely tracks.
Tim Hortons.
I feel like I
needs-
thought one day I heard he had it
Baby
here.
mouth, yeah.
Tim Hortons
Yeah,
needs to be
baby.
stopped.
Like,
Oh yeah, I was thinking Dusty might actually survive on Survivor just because like all they eat is rice and he might be fine.
yeah.
Like just a
I don't know
bland.
if he eats rice.
I don't know if he eats rice.
Like legitimately, I don't know if he would eat rice.
I've never in my life met a more afraid picky
It's
eater.
a very bland food. Maybe he doesn't eat it. You're right. I don't know.
I actually think like it's just the opposite. Like no, like this could be the worst for him because I don't think he'd eat anything.
Yeah, he'd starve. He'd starve to
Like-
death. Yeah.
There's fish or there's rice.
Yeah.
And I'm not sure he eats rice.
Okay.
Does he
Well,
Unless he
fish?
gets like this. No.
Yeah. Like you need steaks.
Yeah.
And,
chicken,
yeah.
chicken fingers and fries.
Yeah,
which
chicken
are
wings.
not happening.
Yeah.
no. Okay, fine.
Like I feel like he needs a sauce. Like if I had to guess what I could recall, I think he needs a sauce on his rice. He's not getting a sauce on Survivor. It's just like that straight rice.
See, I imagined like he was like against sauce.
No.
Like he probably hates sauce.
No.
I'm gonna just ask if he likes.
And I would
rice.
also like to know how he felt about this disgusting eggs thing that Tim Hortons
did
is
he like
presenting
it?
us. Tim Hortons needs to be stopped. They need to go back to donuts and like 4 sandwiches.
Yes.
Well, nobody
and
wants-
muffins,
too,
and that's
like-
it.
oh,
Nobody wants like a Tuscan panini from Tim Hortons. That's
Or like a
disgusting.
flatbread pizza.
No, please.
You want to go get your
Stop.
ice cap,
they were good.
coffee.
Really?
That's it. Like the teas.
Yes.
That's it.
Right,
You
is
have
that
your
right?
sandwiches and soups.
Yes.
Like a couple soups.
Bring
your 4
back like the
sandwiches.
chili.
Yeah.
You have the donuts freshly made in store.
Exactly.
Yeah.
With some muffins and bagels. That's it.
Yeah.
Tim
We're done.
Hortons
We're
and
done.
used to be good.
We're done. Nothing else.
It used to like everything
2000s?
bagel with herb and garlic cream cheese in the early 2000s was like outstanding. Now I refuse, and they also need to deflate. Stop saying you're Canada's coffee. We have so much good coffee in this country. I don't want to hear it.
But they were Canada's coffee.
that is kind of their brand, and I get it. Like
That's
there's
who they
something
were.
seems
Yeah,
very
okay.
Canadian about drinking a Tim Hortons coffee.
Which it's not the
Okay,
case anymore, but
fair.
they're still holding on to that as a we're Canada's coffee.
and people still play that up and stuff, but I just it pains me that like I'll see like in somebody on Instagram, I don't know, like just somebody I randomly follow, and they'll be like, I'm in Canada, I'm going to Tim Hortons, gotta try it. I'm like, no, like we're so much more and so much better than that. You know, like that part pains me because
Yeah.
I'm like, it really sucks that people are like gonna try Tim Hortons and think that this is like what Canadians love.
But it used to be.
yeah.
Oh
it
yeah,
was
for
great.
sure.
It was.
And now apparently they gave up their roasters and that went to McDonald's, and that's why McDonald's is.
McDonald's is good.
Yes.
coffee.
Yeah.
Because apparently it was the old Tim Hortons.
Very cliche.
Yes,
A&W
and like
is
Tim
pretty
Hortons
good, too.
didn't want to pay for it.
Because when Tim Hortons got bought
that-
out, yeah.
A&W is pretty good too for coffee.
Yeah, they are.
Yeah.
Seriously?
Oh, yeah. It's a solid coffee.
Come off it.
Also Circle K. I love Circle K coffee.
Really? Never
yeah.
had it.
Yeah, like on a road trip,
Yeah,
grab
no.
one of those coffees. Real like good for like that moment, you know?
Okay,
like-
is this
Yeah.
like a driving road trip? Because I love driving. I love long drives.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I'll
Curious what
stop
the
in
other
and
road
gas-
trip is.
Yeah. Well,
Well, I'm just curious, like, is it this road trip? Like, what other road trip is there?
for me,
I'm just curious because you were about to define one road trip and it felt like you were going to define another road trip.
you don't know me.
There are, I guess
don't know
different. There's like a 2-hour road trip, and then there's
Anyway,
like a multi-day.
3-hour drive.
Okay, well,
Okay.
just
I'm being
like,
facetious, but
trying to figure out the levels here.
He's actually he knows me very well. But like, so okay, you're gassing up, right? And you're like, everyone needs a pee break. Everybody like, let's get a snack. I always get the nugget beef jerkies, and
God,
then
I love
you get
beef
a
jerky
coffee.
or a hot rod.
Good choice.
Yeah, hot rods are good, legit. And I like the coffees at the gas station. So when you say Circle K actually has good coffee, I'm genuinely
You're gonna clock
interested
that.
by it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like because everybody pops in there and they want a coffee. You go and you pour your own. You can pump like the
As much or a little cream as you want,
I want
or whatever.
caramel.
Yeah.
So I think, do you feel like because we grew up on Tim Hortons coffee, which is not fancy coffee in any way, I understand the difference between good coffee and crap coffee, right? But there's something about like a trash coffee that I find very comforting. Do you think it's because Tim Hortons is Canada's coffee and we just kind of grew up with that?
Are we talking, like, how trash are we talking? Like, are we talking like the silver, like, little bun thing?
No, I mean,
'Cause
like- I mean, like
I
Tim
have
Hortons.
comfort. Okay, because I have comfort in that coffee even.
Sure,
Grabbing that
yeah.
styrofoam
Yes.
cup and pouring that one cup and you know, like, this isn't the best, but whatever. Let's do this.
Yeah, that is
I love
very
it.
true. And
Actually,
sometimes you
do
just
love
like
it.
need a
Point.
coffee
or a
and stuff. Yeah.
paper cup, like if you're, I
Yeah.
don't know, at
Like
an
I
event
get
or something.
some nostalgia in it almost.
There's something about having, a terrible,
like just not worrying about it and just being
trashy
like whatever.
coffee
It's
that
just
I'm like,
a coffee.
There's clearly tons of cream and sugar in this, and I don't even normally, like if I'm making coffee at home, I don't drink coffee with cream and sugar. But if I'm picking it up from Tim Hortons, I'm like, cream and sugar, like load her up, and I find that very comforting. I don't know.
I stick with my same. It's either black or just like one cream. Depends on my mood.
yeah.
I'll just drink it as is.
I'll get McDonald's coffee regularly. I don't ever get Tim Hortons. I just don't. So I can't even say what I know what it tastes like right now.
Tim Hortons has fallen for
It's the same.
yeah.
Very consistent.
It's kind of the same. Yeah.
It's lower than that for me. Like, if I'm Starbucks coffee guy, like just coffee. I don't get their other stuff. Then it's McDonald's.
Yeah.
Then it's kind of like open game. I don't care at that point.
Sometimes I
Okay.
still need a
Those are
bagel
the
with
top
cream
two.
cheese, so I'll stop at a Tim's.
Yeah,
Do you get
that's
it
very
toasted
fair.
or non-toasted?
Double toasted.
Really?
Yeah.
I hate I like it just like non-toasted.
What?
Isn't it chewy?
No.
That's
Oh,
no,
yeah.
I
Very
like a little
confidently, yeah.
crispy.
That's exactly
Yes, it
what it
is.
is.
It is chewy, and that's what I like.
Okay, no,
like
I you got to get it double toasted, and it's warm. And
I didn't know you could do double toast. This is the same
Yeah.
with Alicia Cuthbert on the booster juice. Like, she's like, could I get that blended twice? And I'm like, not a bad idea, Alicia.
Yeah. I've done that before too.
Why twice?
Makes it a little
Sometimes it's a little
easier
too
to come through
thick.
the scroll. Yeah,
Yeah.
it's a little too thick. No, that's what I like about the booster juice one.
That's not as as much of an like I don't need that. But sometimes it's nice to have it double blended. But I don't need it.
Yeah.
I need the bagel double toasted.
But like, okay, Paulina, but like, does it get like the crisp to the point where it's black?
No, it's like
it's too burnt?
like a brown outer layer, like on the edges, nice and golden brown.
So many.
They don't toast a lot.
So many crumbs.
Yes,
So many crumbs.
worth the crumbs.
Oh, yeah.
It's crispy and chewy at the same time,
Yeah.
and warm.
Yeah.
I don't know if I believe
warm.
this.
I toast like all bread in a sandwich. Like it's very rare that like unless I'm like at a bakery and they're making a
Oh
sandwich.
yeah, sometimes
But, like,
bread
at
isn't
home-
meant to be toasted, like a fresh,
yeah.
fresh bread.
Yeah, exactly. But like when I'm at home, every sandwich I make is toasted.
I understand.
Okay.
Okay, cool. Cool.
The official drink of the EST Hangout is the Finnish Long Drink Legend in 1952. A drink unlike any other sparkling refreshment. Real liquor, longdrink.com/Canada, where you can enter your post to go and find a liquor store and establishment nearest you with the long drink in stock. They are absolutely delicious. And they will be, for some people, at the golf tournament for their carts. It's a little bit of a mix.
I cannot
It's either
wait.
two hoots or a long drink coming into your carts. I need to get the Hangout headlines brought to you by the Ranch Golf and Country Club. Premier conditions, top-notch service, unmatched value. Book your tee time, theranchgolf.com. Again, we will be there on Tuesday for the EST Golf Classic presented by Play Alberta. Just quickly want to rattle off some things that have happened while we've been talking about other things on this show. The Sharks have signed Orlov, a 2-year, $13 million contract. They've also claimed Nick Leddy off waivers from the St. Louis Blues. So that's the news there. Nothing has happened on Nikolai Ehlers as of yet.
Whoa.
And a couple of Canadians left in Wimbledon singles. OJ Aliassime was knocked out today. So
You know how.
Oh yeah, sorry. Quinn
sorry.
hates tennis. Sorry.
I hate tennis.
As you were.
tennis.
Anyways, keep doing
Why do you
the
hate
highlights.
tennis? Like now you have to
I-
answer. Like Tom had to answer about his text earlier.
Yeah, there's
Now you
gonna
have
be
to
a-
answer about why do you
no,
hate
everybody
tennis?
buckle up for a rant.
I have explained this before.
Just like summarize it.
I think that I don't like the personality of tennis players. And so I
Had
just
you
I
not
just
met
don't
Roger Federer?
No, I don't need to. So I will say, so the
Mr.
Davis
Class.
Cup was here in Edmonton. Tom,
great.
you and I watched that one match between Shapovalov and some guy.
We did?
And it was super boring for starters, like being there. But they were
amazing.
all so snobby and like just such disappointing characters. And it's just like, it was like Denis Shapovalov, Pospisil, Daniel Nestor. And I was like, you guys like bring nothing to the table. And like since then, I've just had a hard time like enjoying tennis because I haven't found a personality I like.
Serena Williams is
Serena
so
Williams was
badass.
Oh yeah, no,
I
Serena's
dislike her.
amazing.
You dislike her?
I've been told that she's not a good person to be around.
Really?
Oh shoot, that's
see
really
that.
disappointing.
She's an American star. Of course she's that.
I don't
Yeah.
want to know.
There's not
Yeah,
going to be a lot
that's
of great
upsetting.
American
But, like,
stars that are like obviously like kind to you.
Like, go ahead.
Well, I thought that Davis Cup was fantastic. I think you just didn't like tennis initially.
I mean, I like playing tennis. I thought I liked watching tennis. Yeah. I mean, I could watch a couple sets, but I'm not going to like settle in for a long day of tennis.
So Quinn did not care for that particular update.
Yeah,
Just was
don't
not-
care.
So,
Literally not worried about Wimbledon
so you
or
hate
Canadians.
Canadians. That's interesting.
That is interesting.
Yeah, elbows
Totally.
up here, Quinn. Elbows
Here,
up.
here.
Elbows up.
Elbows up.
Completely against
I
the
don't like
Canadians.
Canadian tennis
You're
players.
so anti-Canadian, Quinn. It's unbelievable.
It's ridiculous.
It's written all over me. Hey,
You-
why'd you wear all black, Quinn?
You should feel shame.
This is Canada's funeral.
The week of Canada Day.
Yeah.
Wears all black all week.
God.
You could put that up there. I don't know why you're like worried.
I'll advertise for my trainer.
If people could see that, they might be able to see that a little
Yeah.
bit. Need to get to Over Under for Play Alberta, which is brought to you by Play Alberta. Download the app today. Visit them, playalberta.ca. The promo codes for the month of July with EST, YEG50. When you deposit 5 or more, get a $50 free sports bet. Deposit 20 or more and use EST Sports, and you'll get $50 into your account that you can use to bet. It's a rolling bet, so feel free to use those promo codes. I threw those into my account yesterday. As the roster stands right now, how do I want to word this properly for the Edmonton Oilers? Over under 75% chance the team as is right now is a playoff team.
75% chance. You think it's over?
A playoff team?
As it sits at this moment, a playoff team in the West. I'm going to put that as 75% chance they'd make the playoffs as is.
Over.
Okay.
Yeah.
Over.
Yeah.
Well, some people,
Leon!
there's a lot of people that are just like, this is done. This isn't good.
Yeah,
think
but that's
curious.
classic Oilers fans.
Yeah.
Okay, but I mean, it's a bit underwhelming. No, the roster as it stands right now, comparatively.
Just, I think the lack of what people wanted to see that the moves would be, like goaltending or.
Not even that though. I mean,
And then you just and losing two pieces like Connor Brown and Corey Perry
we
that
lose
were.
Brown and Perry, and we sign Mangiapane,
Andrew.
and it's like, okay, cool, Manja
Yeah.
is here.
I worry about the Connor
What, you
Brown
don't like
dressing
eating
room
bread?
guy thing.
Love eating bread.
Mangiapane.
I know. I mean, I like his
Mangiapane.
name. I like his name. I just don't like. I'm not overjoyed. I feel very neutral about that signing. It's like whatever.
That's very fair. It's
And I
not
don't.
like
There's
a
nothing really
blockbuster.
that exciting that has happened. And I guess I don't know that we could have expected something that exciting to happen because of our cap issues. But I just don't know that next year will probably still be a playoff team. So that's why I say the over. I don't think we're going as far as next year as we did the last 2 years.
But there are still deadline moves to come.
I know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I just
know.
don't know what assets, again, that they're going to use, but there should be deadline moves.
As it stands right now,
That's
though,
what-
is
because the free agency was just like, this is over. Like a window, Trev had the gif of somebody closing a window. Like window's over. And that's where it's like, but this roster, as you look at it, and there are holes still, but is that a playoff team? And you still have Connor Leon.
yes,
At the
playoff
end of the,
team.
they also
Which this team
They-
has shown all they have to do is
and
get to the playoffs.
I
Yes.
And then
understand
they're
that
a
other
different
teams
team
in the
that
West
can
have
pump it up.
gotten better with some of their signings. They rolled through the West.
Yeah.
They had no problems in the West.
Good point.
Yeah, so there's still
That was the super, other than losing 2 to Los Angeles, there was no any kind of adversity.
Do you think, as it stands, as the roster stands right now, they could
would be the same as that?
would win the Western Conference?
Win the Western Conference.
In the playoffs, you're talking about.
Yeah,
Yeah. I don't know. I don't discount this team for anything with the way Knobloch is able to help them to adjust and play the right way. That was one of their biggest assets this year was their ability to adjust. They could have a bad period and they tended to come back and be better and fix those things. And we just I'm not about to say right now before we see them on the ice and how this all works that yes or no. I'm not going to because I've just seen this team. Last year I was down, this past season I was down on the team and I even said after they lost the first 2 to
That's
LA,
true.
I'm a long off season is probably what they need. It's probably a good thing to get some rest and then look what happened, right?
maybe the long off
And
season
I
comes
just
next
think
year.
that I just don't count this team out of anything.
fair.
So
I just, I mean, I don't see the same. I don't see the same cup run next year. I don't know. And Florida, unless Zito dies,
Might as well continue with the dark show that we're having here.
unless the entire
I think
Panthers
we kind of need
organization,
him to.
unless the entire Panthers organization passes away.
Yeah.
We just they're too
Or maybe
powerful.
they just disappear. Maybe they just decide they don't like it anymore.
Well, I'll say I think the Panthers have a timeline on this because of the contracts that they've handed out. Brad Marchand getting 6 years.
Oh yeah, that's
That's gonna
that's a
later
silly,
in the contract.
silly.
It's not gonna go well.
And-
And Aaron Ekblad, maybe his contract, it's not gonna I think they still got a 3-year window where they're probably one of the best, if not the best in the NHL.
Oh, for sure.
That's the thing. But to me, I look at there's an ending of the Panthers that we can see.
Eventually,
Yeah.
Because
but
I don't
there's
know
an
how
ending for
easy they're
every
going to be.
team,
Like
yeah.
that, you can't get out of those contracts with just state tax.
But after
they
this,
trade those ones away.
after everything that's happened over the past week, Panthers are so strong still,
Yes.
and
Yeah.
we haven't.
They're the easy favorite.
Yeah, and we haven't. We didn't come out of this stronger. I don't think so. I don't think we're up against them again.
What does Play Alberta have the odds at right now?
I'm interested to see what Mitch Marner does for Vegas. I mean, dude still has to learn how to win in the playoffs, and that's still just going to be an X factor, quite frankly, come playoff time, in my opinion.
Play Alberta has the Hurricanes and the Oilers as the favorites to win the Cup right now, plus 700. Panthers are plus 750. Stars plus 900. Golden Knights plus 950. Avs plus 1,000 and Lightning plus 1,400.
My thing with the Panthers is like, obviously it's such a long season. It's so hard. They've been there 3 years in a row. How long can you actually do it? Like in terms of like energy levels?
And that's
Like
where
that's a lot of hockey.
that's where I don't expect them to win the division this year. I don't expect them to win their conference this year. They
No,
will
but
be a
they'll get where
team-
they need to be.
They
and
will
then
be a team that will just try to coast as much
Yeah.
as they can through the regular season.
Yeah.
Make sure that they
'Cause they
clinch
know
their
how to,
playoff
yeah.
spot. And it's going to be their version of like load management, like protect their guys so that when the playoffs comes, they can go.
Totally.
That's what they'll do.
Yeah, I think that makes sense.
They don't need it. So
Oh, what?
would you care to share?
No.
No,
Well then,
later.
No. That's for later. It's ex-girlfriend.
well then don't do it
different
during
one?
the show or you're going to
Yeah.
get
I
called out
shouldn't
on
have
it. Like,
texted her last night. That's all I'm going to say.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
Oh, really? I'm shocked.
I'll leave
You know
it at
what? We
that.
already went through
I'm going to give
therapy
you a big
with
hug
Tom.
after the show, Tom. I'm sorry.
I don't want a big hug. You're sweating and you're a handsome woman.
You're not wrong. My back is a little
Yeah, no, just
damp.
don't touch
Don't
me.
want your sweaty hug.
Yeah.
Damp would be a way to describe me at the moment.
Jeez. Oh my god. I'm so glad you came in today.
Free therapy for Tom.
Yeah.
No, I'm perfect. I don't need anything.
Oh, that's
Right.
very typical. Very typical man. Yeah. Yeah. I don't need therapy.
God.
I'm
it on my
totally
own.
well adjusted.
I'm a man. I'm almost 40. I'm fine.
Totally.
I'm just gonna. We should move on.
What's the next
going on
topic?
with
What's the next
downtown?
topic?
Edmonton?
yeah.
Okay, this weekend actually this is going to be really cool. So we have a street party on Rice Howard Way, which is kind of the official beer garden of Street Performers Festival for a day. But around the corner on Latitude 53, which is a part of the entertainment district, and they're licensed, they have a new exhibition opening called Oily on Fandom. And it's like a deep dive, like artistic look into the love of the Edmonton Oilers. So you can grab a beer at any establishment on Rice Howard Way, walk around the corner to Latitude 53, check out this exhibition. They're also going to have, some different activations. You can bring like a bag, like a tote or a shirt, and you can do some print screening on it of designs by an artist. And then on the street, we're going to have... we have a performer coming over from the Street Performers Festival. We have a number of musical acts. So it's actually going to be a really cool Saturday over there. And I think for sports fans specifically, it's a way to see this exhibition for free. And you can do it with a beer, which is extra good.
Not bad.
Nice little Saturday.
Nice little Saturday between 3 and 8. Yes.
Oh, perfect.
On Rice Howard
Here's what you
Way.
can do downtown. You can head to the farmer's market,
Yes.
enjoy the farmer's market, where
Yes.
it's also licensed.
Yes.
It's an entertainment
district. Thank
and
you.
you finish, you throw your beer can away once you leave because you can't. Go to Rice Howard Way and boom, continue there.
Continue there, see an Oilers exhibition through the eyes of artists talking about the love of the fan.
If you
Base?
if you leave by 7, you can maybe, I think there's a Riverhawks game. You can then head down to the Riverhawks game.
Yep. And then Sunday, Elks.
5 o'clock, Green and Gold kickoff show, 4 o'clock right here in Edmonton Sports Talk. Jay and I will get you set for that game as the Elks host the Red Blacks. And I'm labeling a must-win game to start this season.
Yeah.
They can't lose this one or it's over. Season's done.
Yeah.
Stop it.
They had quite
Well,
a comeback last year.
If you can't
Yeah.
beat the Red Blacks,
They need to win.
then I
Yeah.
don't know who you're. I just
And especially at home. Like
Yeah.
I just
you're talking like you're right. Like they had the little comeback last year, but you've put yourself behind an 8 ball again this year. That you're expecting to be like, hey, well, you got to rattle off 5 of 6,
Yeah.
and that's not. And there still is Saskatchewan and BC coming up after Ottawa with Hamilton in there too. Like it's not easy.
So it'll be a fun game to go to because it's a must-win game. So they'll probably win.
Why? And they are also the underdog on Play Alberta, which is a little shocking to me.
home.
That sounds like a good bet.
Put a sprinkle on it.
Yeah.
There'll be
Sprinkle.
some.
yeah.
I think my free 50 from Play Alberta is going on that one.
Attaboy.
There you go.
Yeah. I think I might do a Play Alberta, get the free
It's a good
50.
idea.
Put $5.
Yeah.
Get
Maybe even
50.
10. Okay, I just have to put $5 on
minimum 5.
my account.
You just have to use the
Okay.
promo code YEG50,
Okay.
and then you deposit 5 or more, and you will get a free $50 sports bet.
Oh, done.
So you have like a 5-hour pregame downtown, exploring the entertainment district, hanging
Yeah.
out downtown. You go to Riverhawks game Saturday night, and you go to a an Elks game Sunday.
Yeah.
Go to the tailgate. 3 hours.
Oh, the tailgate
and
is
a
great.
tailgate, yes. We have done that.
We
Yeah.
have that. It was a good time.
Yep.
What a great
I'll have
weekend.
to talk to. Oh, I got to get stuff for the boys for that.
He's so meticulous.
What do you mean meticulous?
You're meticulous.
well, yeah.
That's why this ship runs so well, man.
Yeah.
If he wasn't here, what would have happened by now? What's on his epitaph?
Matthew.
Winner of
That's
Big Brother.
perfect.
Winner of Big Brother.
Just Matthew.
Oh, if I won, I'd be so happy. Like I know it's not even about the money; it's about just winning.
Yeah, of
I just
course.
want the title. I don't
Yeah.
give a damn about the
First
100K.
Canadian to win Big Brother
like
America.
America. Yeah.
Oh, I love
Johnny
that one.
Manziel.
Also, I don't get like they when I'll just say Big Brother when they have the finale and then the winner's announced. The winner leaves the house before the loser does. I'd be like, no. I'm the last one in this house. I won. I'm in here the longest. Get the hell out first, and then I'm coming.
You're
Then I want my
just
confetti.
you just refuse to leave, and that's how you win.
You go.
It would
most
take a
unconventional
SWAT
one.
team to get me out of here.
They're like, all right, wish granted.
They're like, so he won't leave. So I guess he
won.
won. Yeah,
Yeah.
he wins.
It's been a
no, we've got-
very entertaining show.
This is and you want to. This is what I love about the Hangout, but I also love like in the summer this happens more. I
Yeah.
love these shows.
Yeah.
Talking about just anything and everything.
Yeah. Yeah. And there's been, we talked about the Oilers, but there's been a lot of chatter and
Talk some Elks.
yeah, exactly.
Talks about
Did we
how
even
Frank
finish
Slide
our
is
Diana?
the Canadian version of Pompeii. It's the same.
That dominated so much of this show that it's kind of
The title of the show could just be "It's the Same." It really is.
Yeah, I had something. Okay, I'm going back to Riverhawks for a second. Are they playing? Are they playing here on Saturdays? You guys?
I believe that because usually how their schedule works is they're home for a week, then they go away
That's
for
right.
a week,
Okay,
and then
so I
they come
think they're
back.
still here.
So
Can I
they
give a
should
quick
be.
shout out then? To
Just quick, that's the 7th coming up. Yes, home game.
okay, so
Ooh.
when you're at a home game, buy your raffle tickets. Riverhawks Community Foundation. So I work with the Riverhawks Community Foundation. Oh, cool. And half the pot goes to youth sports in Edmonton. So a lot of the organizations that wouldn't necessarily get access to those types of things. So goes to a good cause. Plus you can win like a few $1,000. Yeah, pots up to
Jeez.
10,000 sometimes. So
Wow.
it ranges, but definitely buy your 50-50 tickets on those days. You can also buy them online all day
Okay.
before the game as well.
Okay. And do they call the number at the game?
They at 11 p.m. So no.
Okay.
Well,
Yeah.
yeah, unless it goes like really.
It's a big game actually this weekend because I think the Bells are in town.
Yeah,
And Bellingham's a good team.
Bellingham is good. Anyway,
Okay.
that's all.
Awesome. What's coming up on the bits? What can we see? Like,
We didn't even fit. I don't even know if we.
Yeah, I
finished.
don't
you
think we
guys talk
finished.
about Pompeii and the Frank Slide on your next
We will
show.
do a follow up on Pompeii and Frank Slide.
We will absolutely
Yeah.
do that. Yes.
how can people get more information on
Yeah.
the podcast?
Our Instagram is wonderful. The Bits Yag.
Yeah.
Or the bits.ca.
Yes.
The bits yag. The bits.ca.
Yeah.
I'm like, do we know our website? Claire would be so mad at us
Claire's
right now.
mad at us.
Yeah.
Claire set all this up. She's in digital marketing. We're very blessed to have her be able to do all our graphic design and
Claire's
stuff.
lovely.
Yeah.
Yeah. So we're very thankful to
yeah,
her.
we're active mostly on Instagram, the Bits Yag, and that's where we post like links to our episode, and then you can find the podcast on wherever you get your podcast. So Apple, Spotify, and then I don't know what's coming up. Probably we'll talk about updates in the Oilers roster and everything going on there, and then I don't know.
Yeah.
Every
it's
week
summer.
is-
It's like one of these, and then we just try to like come up with topics or get guests or something like that. But that's kind of the beauty. There's a bit of chaos in the bits.
It's a bit of everything. That's
yeah.
why we called it
Chaos.
that.
And
initially.
we also do like we really try to cater and target the casual sports fan. So not the people that are interested in sports but don't listen to sports talk radio all day or something like that. And so we do also do like a lot of teaching, so we can talk about free agency, trade deadline, how it works, all those kinds of things, so that people can kind of get themselves in the conversation when they're hearing other people talking about it. We want to give them the space to learn that. And because there really isn't that out there if you think about it. So
Yeah, or the betting episode we had with Dusty.
Yeah.
Because we like women want to get into like betting, I think, but they don't really know where to start.
don't even
And
know
we
how,
didn't really know where
yeah.
to start. And we talk about, fantasy football and stuff like that too, to make that a little bit more digestible for people to join.
We gotta wrap up.
Her birthday, yeah, real quick. Her birthday, you were there, weren't you?
Yeah.
Claire was
Yes.
there. We were watching football. You guys were animals that day. That's all I want to say.
Yeah. Well, that makes sense.
Especially you.
That makes sense.
I don't even remember.
Yeah,
That explains it. That explains
That's
it.
all
That was a
I
good
want to
day.
say.
Paulina Quinn from The Bits, thebits.ca. Check them out with Claire. It's the three of them. Great podcast. Thank you guys for coming in. Appreciate
for
it.
having
Nice
us.
meeting you. Coming up next, it is the Lock Shop, myself and Huss. We got week 5, is it, in the Canadian Football League? Or into week 6? I don't remember what week. Week 5. Week 5 of the CFL. We've got lots to get to on that. And tomorrow's July 4th. So I don't know if we have to get into chestnut action with Huss yet or not. If that's happening tomorrow. That's coming up on the Lock Shop here. Thanks to tuning in to the EST Hangout presented by Sentinel Storage. On behalf of Paulina, Quinn, Tommy, Benny, Matt, thanks for tuning in to the EST Hangout. Here on Edmonton Sports Talk, your clear choice for Edmonton Sports, presented by Play Alberta. Up next, Lock Shop in a few minutes. Don't go anywhere.
Let's go. There you go, right in front of the camera.
First time guest, long time listener, fan of the original draft commissioner.
Welcome to the EST Hangout presented by White Claw Hard Seltzer. The difference is clear. Matt Iwanyk, Tom Zola with here, joining us today.